Hello everyone! Welcome back to another stream of Kanon. As you can see, we're on the Shiori route right here. I mean, how else would we be able to see her eating ice cream like this? And we're gonna get as goodly into it as we can, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, hope everyone's well, hope everyone's doing awesome. Let's have some ice cream. My doctor told me not to. Oh really? That's too bad. But are you really okay? Hey G-Man! How you doing? Welcome to the morning stream. It's good to see ya. But are you really sure? Okay. Well, my doctor didn't say anything about ice cream. Granted, normally people wouldn't go out of their way to say something so obvious. Gulp. It's delicious. She scoops the ice cream, which is more creamy than white like the snow, from the cup and into her small mouth. Just watching her eat makes me feel cold. Don't you want a little bit? Oh, should do something real quick. Aha, I knew my voice was on, my phone was on. Forgot. Sup? How you doing? Good to see you today. Are you ready for some Kanon and then Fire Emblem later tonight? I hope so. I always listen to my doctor. What a shame. She reluctantly puts the ice cream she'd held onto for me into her own mouth. You're ready? Awesome. It really is good though. Eating ice cream and tuna sandwiches surrounded by snow in the courtyard in the middle of winter. The wind blowing through the gaps in the school building occasionally make a howling sound. Would you at least eat it inside? No way, I'm not dressed for it. Shiori shakes her head as she looks down at her outfit. You'll be fine as long as you're not found out. But I think I will be. Not much of a risk taker, huh? Even if I was, I'd still think I'd be found out. And besides, Shiori hesitates. Never mind, it's nothing. She averts her eyes, and I don't pursue any further. Eventually, without much conversation, the bell rings to signal the end of lunch break. Ultimately, I end up using the entire lunch break to eat my lunch. It's good this time of year because the ice cream won't melt even if you eat it slowly. I grimace for the umpteenth time today. Can I come again? Shiori stands up, brushing the snow off her skirt. Only during the lunch break. Okay, but I really want you to recover from your cold first. Right. I'll go home then. She bows and slowly makes her way toward the school gate. Yuichi? She turns around in the snow, the hem of her skirt fluttering in the wind. See you tomorrow. She smiles. After that, she walks off without looking back. Tomorrow, huh? For now, I go back inside the school building, hoping that Shiori will show up in her uniform. And skip. Straight home, I think. Snack on. Akiko. Stay in bed. Finish eating. I don't want to help with this. I don't want to help with this. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Okay. She simply nods and walks off, as if she hadn't had high hopes that I'd agree to help from the start. And just like that, she's straining to erase the blackboard. The least you could do is help her out with that. Corey comes over and interjects, as if she heard the whole of our exchange. Feeling kind of embarrassed. Not much is true for sure. I understand how you feel, but still. Anyway, that reminds me. A question suddenly springs into mind when I look at Corey's face. Wonder if Corey knows that Shiori comes to school every day. Speedrunning dialogue, yep. It's dialogue that I've read already. Any dialogue I've read already, I press the skip button, because I've already read it. Ha 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 ha. Haven't talked to Corey about her at all yet. Talk about Shiori. Hey Corey. Although I'm a little hesitant, I decide to ask Kari about her. Do you know that Shiori comes to school every day? No response. Who's Shiori? She mutters. You don't know? I've never heard that name before. Is she a friend of yours? She's not a sister? Whose sister? Your sister. He returns my gaze with a dubious expression. I don't know her. I'm an only child. Something wrong? No, it's nothing. I definitely remember Shiori saying that Kaori is her sister. However, Kaori insists that she knows nothing of any sister. Is one of them lying? That is the only conclusion I can reach. But which one of them is it? And at what end are they lying? As if to interrupt these thoughts, the bell rings announcing the end of recess. Later, Aizawa. Kaori returns to her seat while Naoki is still struggling with the blackboard eraser. The teacher words go in one ear and out the other. Oh, the fourth period teacher leaves the classroom, and the students closest to the hallway run out of the classroom as if they're following. I should get a move on as well. After the school cafeteria group leaves their seats, I slowly follow suit. I already have my destination in mind. A place where nobody goes. When I open the door leading to the courtyard, it's dark outside. Covered by thick, overcast clouds, not even a sliver of blue sky can be seen. Strong winds too. The sky looks like it could turn to snow at any moment, or even turn into a blizzard. The howling wind is shaking the snow-covered trees, giving the appearance of a blizzard. And amongst it all stands a lone girl. She holds the hem of her shawl and skirt, and stands in the snow with a troubled expression on her face. Ah, Yuichi! Eek! Her skirt is caught by the wind and blown around. Ah, my skirt! Looks like she's having a tough time of it. Maybe we should go inside. There's no good reason to be outside at a time like this. No, I can't! Blah! She's so focused on her skirt that she lets the wind carry her shawl away instead. Looks fun. I hate it when people say stuff like that. Eek! Did look fun though. The situation continues until the wind subsides. Phew! Things have calmed down a bit. We move to a wall where there is less wind and breathe a sigh of relief. The breath I exhale is quickly swept away. Although there is less wind than in the middle of the courtyard, it by no means a peaceful place. Are you okay? A little dizzy is all. I'm not surprised, but I'm fine. Is your head spinning? Phew, I'm fine. Hope you are. I am. I'm very doubtful whether she's really okay, but she seems to have at least calmed down, so we move on with the conversation. Anyway, would you like to eat something? Yeah, okay. She puts a white finger up to her tiny mouth. I'm really hungry. I'll go get something from the cafeteria, so let me know what you want. Ice cream. Vanilla ice cream. I'm really hungry today, so I'd like two. Would you have something else today? I think I'll have chocolate ice cream then. Half chocolate and half vanilla would be fine too. Okay, whatever you want. Apparently ice cream is the only thing she can't go without. In that case, vanilla please. Shiori's smiling face sees me off as I head back into the school building. It's been a while since lunchtime started, so there isn't much of a crowd in front of the counter. I take 2 vanilla cups out of the cooler, which is mysteriously still being used at this time of year. I pay for them and return immediately. Along the way, I feel like I'm being looked at strangely, but I ignore it for the time being. The iron door leading to the courtyard. It's the second time today that I open this door and go outside. I'll pretend I didn't see that. Bang! Please don't come back as if nothing happened, Yuichi! I hear Shiori's accusing voice from the other side of the cold door. I'm just teasing you. Are you really just teasing? Of course. But hey, I bought this for you. Are you trying to distract me? No. Well, okay then. With a smile on her face, she accepts the 2 ice creams. What are you having for lunch, Yuichi? Darn it. I forgot to buy anything for myself. I'll give you one of these. One is more than enough for me. Behind the smiling Shiori, the snow is falling, covering the entire landscape and her head. Watching you eat is more than enough for me. She takes a step back. If you don't eat, you'll be hungry. If I ate it, I'd probably end up with a stomachache. You're really not going to eat? I guess. Admittedly, I couldn't bear to go to class in the afternoon without eating anything. Guess I'll have some. Okay. She nods with a smile, though I have no idea why she's so happy. I may have been a bit hasty, Seeing her smile made me feel that way. Yesterday's spot is completely covered in snow, so we eat under the eaves of the door. Fortunately, the wind is weakened compared to before, so the snow doesn't cover our heads. Of course, it's as cold as ever, and is probably the coldest I've ever been. It's delicious, isn't it? I'm sure it is. You're not going to eat? I, tried it, but it didn't really taste it at all. It's delicious, isn't it? I'm ultimately forced to eat it all down. I get the feeling I'm gonna have a stomachache. Snow continues to fall even after I finish eating. Crystals carried by the wind are piling up inside the empty cup. I have stomach medicine if you need some. Shiori, who hasn't finished eating yet, is anxiously holding a wooden spoon in her mouth. You have it right now? Yes, it's a common medicine. I see. I also have cold medicine, fever medicine, stomach medicine, painkillers, and mouthwash. How reliable are you? Stomach medicine, right? Hold on a second. Alright then, here you go. Where did you get that just now? From my pocket? Does it contain all the medicine you mentioned earlier? Yes, why do you ask? It's gotta be like a fourth dimension. Huh? Never mind. So you don't need stomach medicine? No, I'll have some, thanks. You're supposed to take it after a meal, but I guess this is after a meal, huh? Yeah. That said, it was the meal that made my stomach upset in the first place. Here you go, Yuichi. There are 3 white pills in her outstretched white hand. I take them and swallow them down. Phew, I feel better already. They don't work that quickly. Well, I know that, but still. Still, I feel like things have gotten better, so maybe I'm just that simple. Thank you for lunch. While I'm taking the medicine, Shiori finishes eating her ice cream. It was delicious. She puts the lid on her empty cup and sighs happily. A carefree smile adorns her face, but behind that smile, there appears to be a slight sense of discomfort. Kaori's words, they really stick with me. I'll ask. Shiori, yes? I decide to take the plunge and talk about Kaori. I asked Kaori about you today. Okay, and she said that she was an only child. She suddenly looks down and closes her mouth tightly, as if she's enduring something painful. I see. Shiori eventually breaks her heavy silence. That must be a misunderstanding. Shiori's face returned to its usual calmness. There's probably somebody in your class with the same name as my sister. So she's not the same person? My sister must be in some other class, but she has the same first and last name. It's hard to believe that there would be another student with the exact same name and the exact same year. I'm telling you that they aren't the same, so that means they're not the same. I'm really more careless than I look, you know? After that, she falls silent, so I can't ask her anything else. I think I should be going. Yuichi, what's up? Can I come again tomorrow? Whoa! Hey GCG! Thank you for the raid, what's up? You'll come even if I say no, won't you? Hey Stars! Stars says get clean. Thanks everyone. How was Tears of the Kingdom? Did you make crazy substantial progress in Korok hunting? I won't come if you tell me not to. On the flip side of that, I'll come no matter what if you say that I can. Okay, you can come then. Huh? Perhaps because my words were unexpected, no words came out of her slightly open mouth. But yeah, how was your progress? Thank you again. I appreciate you. 10 more Koroks. Oh, thank goodness. I wish I could have seen it. I woke up super late today and I couldn't watch. I hate days where I wake up super late. But yeah, thank you so much for raiding. Another obscure game for you. This is a visual novel, actually. A visual novel, and the anime version of it is one I watch every single winter. So I thought, why not stream it for you guys? Why not stream one of my favorite things ever? But yeah, it's good to see ya. Thank you so much for raiding and sharing your community with mine. Just don't be reckless with your health, okay? Okay then. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I like visual novels. I don't play them too often because there's so much reading. She smiles the brightest I've ever seen until now. let's part ways for today then. Alright. Do you have an umbrella, Shiori? Of course I do. Where is it? In my pocket. By the way, GCG, prepare for many, many more obscure games this year in the morning streams. Hehe, it's gonna be great. Oh, of course, it's a collapsible umbrella. I still don't think that would fit in her pocket, but whatever. I'll be going then. Take care. Okay. She nods and disappears into the snow. Shiori? Yes? You can wait until it stops snowing. She looks at my expression in the thick clouds and then shakes her head. Gotta do what you love, that's right. And if it's playing silly games, then I'll play my silly games. What's the percent of your completion for Tears of the Kingdom, by the way? I should play it again sometime, just to play it for fun. I think I'll head back. There's no telling where the snow will stop. I see. Take care of yourself then. 87. Oh my gosh, that's so close. You'll be here for the silly games? Alright, that's what I like to hear. The silly games, which will be many. Man, I bet you're gonna feel amazing when it's at 100 though. Like, wow, we did it. Okay. Don't fall down like before. I hate it when people say stuff like that. And besides, that wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault either. It was Ayu, right? Shiori whispers as if rewinding her memory. I bet she's sneezing somewhere right now. Unusual for her. She speaks with downcast eyes. What is it? There's the chime. Is that really what you wanted to say? Yeah. I'll be on my way then. She bows slightly and opens her umbrella. Then she walks through the white courtyard, looking back every once in a while. She almost seems to melt into the snow. When they return to the classroom, most of the students have already returned. Huh? Nayuki spots me and tilts her head curiously. Did you go outside, Yuichi? I just stepped out for a bit of ice cream. Ice cream? You don't believe me? Nobody would eat ice cream outside in weather this cold. But you'll at least admit that somebody might want to eat it this time of year. No, I really don't think so. Time to lurk. Pup needs a potty walk. Alrighty. Take care of your puppy. And I'll hopefully see ya as soon as I can. Be awesome and be well. And same for your puppy. I hope he's well too. Unless they have a good reason. And thanks again for the raid. You are the bestest. Reason for wanting to eat ice cream at this time of year? I mean, like, you can't wait until it gets warmer? Cheers, my good man. Cheers! Fare thee well! Tally-ho! I just think that means you'll like ice cream. Ah, right. So what were we talking about again? Alright. The reason you went outside. I told you, I was eating ice cream outside. Not sure if she's satisfied with my answer as she silently returns to her seat. I look outside the window all throughout the afternoon classes. Time passes as I watch the irregularly flowing gray clouds. School is finally over. Brave face. Pick them up. Let her do as she pleases, I guess. Guess I'll eat it. It's lunch break, Yuichi. Just as the teacher leaves the classroom, Nayuki appears at my seat. This isn't exactly news to me. Are you going to go outside on your own again today? Yeah. I nod at Nayuki's worried question and get up from my seat. When I look out the window, I see a clear sunny day without even a white cloud in the sky. A complete change from yesterday. The temperature is probably better as well. Of course it's much warmer inside. But why outside? Nayuki asked the obvious question. I wonder. Are you dodging my question? No, I really don't know. The answer came from the heart. The reason why Shiori comes to school every day, and the reason I go out of my way to hang out with her every day. Don't catch a cold, okay? I'll be fine. I know that Nayuki is actually worried about me, so I take her words to heart. Well then, I'm going to go eat some ice cream. Okay. As I leave the classroom, I turn around and look for Kaori, but she doesn't seem to be inside the classroom. Shiori and Kaori run along through the hallways, which are full of energy during the break. After stopping at the school cafeteria, I head back to my intended destination. As usual, I open the door leading to the Skyway and go outside. Naturally, there are no students other than me using this entrance at a time like this. The sky I look up at is clear, as if yesterday never happened at all. Still, I can tell by looking at the pure white ground that yesterday's snow was no dream. A carpet of snow without even the smallest footprints. I let go of the cold knob and take a step outside. I can feel the crisp texture of the snow through the soles of my indoor shoes. A moment later, the iron door closes behind me. A gentle breeze caresses the snowy ground. The girl who is usually here is nowhere to be found. Walk a few more steps toward the center of the courtyard. No one else here, only my footprints are left. I don't have a watch, so I don't know the time, but I think it's already been about 10 minutes since lunch break began. The girl who would normally be standing here before me, you're late, though I'm not sure that students who are officially absent from school can actually be late. Look up at the sky for a while. Blue skies, square windows, the sunlight and the sky are reflected brightly in the windows. Ice cream probably doesn't melt this time of year. I have 2 cups of ice cream that I bought for Shiori. It's so cold that I can no longer feel my fingers. Waiting. Both the time and wind flow past. Still, I find myself unable to leave this place. I'll come no matter what if you say that I can. Behind me, I hear the pleasant sound of footsteps on the snow. Sorry, I'm late. She puts her hand on her chest and lets out a pure, white breaths over and over again. Her small shoulders move up and down as she takes deep breaths over and over again. Yuichi? The girl who came late calls my name hesitantly. You fool! Well, it's a terrible way to greet someone who has come all the way to see you. I told you not to be reckless with your health, didn't I? Didn't overdo it. Saying that out of breath like that will make it any more convincing. It's fine. What's fine? Well, it's nothing compared to eating ice cream in the middle of winter. You're aware of that, maybe you shouldn't eat it. I know, but I like ice cream. You really are a fool, aren't you? I hate it when people say stuff like that. I bought you ice cream, you know? Ignore what I just said then. There's not much time left. I smile as I hand her the ice cream. That's fine. Okay. She happily accepts the ice cream cup and brushes away the snow from where we sat next to each other the other day. It's a little cold though. She sits down with a troubled look on her face. Are you okay, Yuichi? While eating the ice cream with a calm face, she looks at me concernedly. I got a bit of a headache. I sometimes get brain freeze when I eat shaved ice. Is that what it is? Perhaps. It's not nearly as bad as a shaved ice brain freeze, but ice cream in winter still takes its toll. What's going on with you today? I just felt like eating ice cream for some reason. Having said that, I bring another scoop to my mouth. The taste of it makes me speechless. Is it good? Maybe. Do you want to eat my share too? Shiori. Yes? Are you serious about what you just said just now? Nah, I'm kidding. I'm getting a bit of a stomachache too. Are you okay? How are you okay? Because I love ice cream. I think you could still end up in pain no matter how much you love it. That reminds me, how much time do you have left? She asks while scooping up the ice cream with the wooden spoon that comes with it. A lunch break? I don't have a watch, so I don't really know, but it can't be all that much. You're going to have to eat quickly then. I'm not sure that I can. Let's at least try. I don't really want to try. I've got plenty more medicine, so we'll be fine. I can't say that I'm all that relieved to hear that. In addition to oral medicines, I also have a variety of patches, ointments, and more. Where? In my pocket, of course. Really is the 4th dimension. What is? Nothing. Ah, there's the bell. Look up at the speakers installed on the roof. Guess my break is over already, though I still haven't finished eating yet. I look down at my hands, and there I see a partially eaten ice cream. I still have over half of mine left. Want to scarf it all down in one go? Suppose we'll have to. Yeah! Thank you for lunch. It's so cold inside my mouth. And thank you for today. Shiori bows her head again. For what? I really appreciate you wanting for me to show up, waiting for me. Well, actually, I was just about to leave when you showed up. What are you thinking about? Nothing. I won't wait anymore. I hate it when people say stuff like that. She smiles, turns around, and walks off. I was kidding. Hey, Eminem. How you doing today? You showed all of the emotes in chat. Awesome. Are all mine emotes? How you doing? Are you ready for more Kanon? I hope you are. I mean, I really like you after all. She looks back just once and leaves footprints as she's running above the snow. I'm doing good. I woke up kind of late, so that's annoying. But, I'm here, I'm streaming, and I'm good to go. Ha 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 ha. I watch her walk away until I can no longer see her. I should head back too. I go back to the door I came through, and then look back once. There are no many footprints etched into the snow, where there had been none before. Yuichi! School is over, Yuichi! Oh! Time skip! Wait till we get home. Rearrange. Could happen. I'll relax here. Oh, that reminds me. Yuki puts her finger to her mouth, as if remembering something. I passed by the school earlier. Did you see anybody suspicious? No, nobody suspicious, but I did see a girl. Somebody's there for a club, maybe? But she was in her street clothes. Drama club, maybe? Maybe. What did she look like? She was a petite girl wearing a shawl. A petite girl wearing a shawl. Did she have short hair by chance? Yep, she did. Was ice cream her favorite food? I only saw her, so I have no idea. What was she doing? Shiori at school alone. Could it be? Is she someone you know, Yuichi? I wonder. Could it be that she was waiting for me? She was always waiting for me there. She seems kinda sad. But you only saw her, right? Yeah, but I was just left with the impression is all. I see. Yuki, can you help me prepare dinner? Yes you are. You're just listening to a song you listened to when you were a kid. 1994. Ooh, nice. What's the song? Maybe I know it too. Since I was, alive during that time too. Strategy number 1. Go home. No, Makoto. Watch her for a bit. Anyway, she can't find out, but it's bound to get out eventually. This. Prepare to retaliate. Yeah, I did this wrong at some point. Alright. Uh-oh. Back to the guide again. I messed up. Back to the guide again. And I thought I was doing good too. Darn it, darn it, darn it. Alright. Menu. Load. Boom. It's in your language, but the name is There Was Two Cats on a Table. There was two cats on a table. Ooh, nice. Was it on a, like a show at some point? Alright, it's the 12th. I'll shop at the shopping district before heading home. I'll go straight home. Show self-control, maybe. This is none of my business. Did I screw up? Go back. I swear. 2. There was two cats on a table. What language was it in? Oh, what the heck is this guide, guys? I'm gonna try to use another guide. This one kind of stinks. Guides, Kanon. Achievement walkthrough. Alright, give me a second, guys. That's wrong. Load save 3. Psst. Here. We'll just go and see what I did last time. I can DM the song, it's kind of easier. Yeah. It's just a series of CDs with kids' music. Hey, no problem. Sometimes, that's what you just gotta do. Alright. A good walkthrough. This one. Oh, this is Google Translate. Alright, okay, that's a bad guide. Okay. I challenge anyone watching this on YouTube or anything, or something like that, make a good guide for Kanon, please. Make a good guide. That is your challenge. Walk through. Nope, that's that. Maybe Makoto Shiori. Yeah, this is not English. This is the Japanese answers, I think. I hate it. Rise reluctantly. This has nothing to do with the answers here. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm gonna do the original guide I was using, cause no good guides exist. You can DM the song, but the stream will restart. Oh, I got it. Thank you. I got it. Let her go. I'm eating. Okay. I don't have time for this. Give her a bit more time. Lovely weather we're having today, huh? Probably shouldn't say anything about Shiori. I feel like it would just make Kaori worry more. Is the weather so good that you need to mention it again? You're back. Welcome back, Minim. I'm just looking up a guide on getting the right plots. It's tough. She looks up at the sky curiously. The small clouds that had been floating in the sky have suddenly increased in size. I think it might snow. Really hope not. A large black cloud floats as if it to affirm those words. Skip. Okay, let's see. Shiori run for home? No way am I gonna eat it? I guess that's the answer? There's a DM. Yep, I checked it. I can see it. I will check it when the stream is done. I will see this epic kid song. I don't need any, so you can have them both. But it's really good. I really wanted to eat, so I'm seriously disappointed. You don't look disappointed at all. That's just my poker face at work. Okay then, I'll eat both of them. Yeah, they're all yours. Expression is pretty relaxed for a poker face. You always look like this. Suppose you do. Yesterday's spot is completely covered in snow, so we eat under the eaves of the door. Fortunately, the wind is weakened compared to before. The snow doesn't cover our heads. Of course, it's as cold as ever, and it's probably the coldest I've ever been. It's delicious. Watching her happily eat the ice cream made it seem even colder. Would you like some after all? I'm fine. That's too bad. She tilts her head, looking really disappointed. I might be off to school with a cold tomorrow. I know a really effective cold medicine. You know one? Not to brag, but I do know a lot about medicines. I've tried quite a few of them. It definitely isn't anything to brag about. You're right. I think I should be going. Isn't it that time already? There is still time, but it looks like the snowfall is starting to ease up. Seems the same to me. My imagination, then, but let's call it a day. Yeah, okay. You have an umbrella, Shiori? Of course I do. Skip. Just stepped out to watch somebody eat ice cream. Ice cream? You don't believe me? Nobody would eat ice cream outside in weather this cold. But you'll at least admit that Skip. I told you, I just stepped outside to watch somebody eat ice cream. Alright. Run for home, I think. Rearrange. No, gather them up and throw them. We're doing it, guys. We're doing it. Not my problem. I guess it's this. I don't have time for this. Under the cold January sky, I continue waiting for the girl. Time passes. Should I head back? I sigh under my breath and turn around. Maybe she finally started listening to her doctor. I go up the stairs to the landing and look back once again when the one in front of the door. I sigh again, this time for real, and open the door. Uh-oh. Is that a bad? Did I mess up? Did I mess up again? Better wait till we get home. Rearrange the room. We're on the 15th. No way. Might as well go out myself. Walk to school, I assume, right? Yeah. Put them back in the fridge. Plan A. No, I'm here again. No, I did it wrong again. I hate this one so much. There's no good guides for this one, guys. This is the worst. All I can do is just guess what the best one is. Stay in bed. Finish eating. Let's try to talk about Shiori. I guess I'll eat it. Maybe we should... because this was the right answer last time. Brave face. Hallway. No time for that. Keep waiting. Wait till we get home. Rearrange the room. I'll go out to school. Well, I made it to the school. I didn't discover anything new on the way, and before I know it, I'm already standing in front of the school gate. Should I turn back? The sun is already quite low. The bright sky transforms into the familiar school building into a new color. Today wasn't a public holiday. The place would still be filled with students doing their club activities. Today was a weekday. If it was a weekday, I'm sure that... Nah, I highly doubt that. Even if I try to shrug it off with my words, I find that I still have an itch to scratch. What if she showed up today too? There's no way for me to know for sure if I just keep standing here. It's not like I have much going on now. I mutter an excuse to myself and slowly head toward the site. The pure white landscape is dyed red. Can I let you in on something?
Hi.
Sure. The girl standing there nods slightly. Today is a national holiday. I know that. I can't get a good read on her face. What are you doing in a place like this? I'm not really sure myself. The girl slowly walks toward me. What's up with you, Yuichi? I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd stop by. Why? I wanted to set up some traps for tomorrow. Well, I hate people who do stuff like that. Shiori, yes? Have you been here all afternoon? Maybe. Shiori is smiling shyly, but there is something sad about her expression. Yuichi, allow me to tell you the truth. I had no intention of coming today, but the next thing I knew, here I was. I don't even understand how or why it happened. I knew nobody would be here today, and yet here I stand. Alone without anybody else. I wasn't discouraged by it or anything. I mean, I know I'm strange after all, but I found myself unable to leave this place. Maybe I'm just clinging to some kind of fleeting hope. But in the end, I'm alone. And before I know it, it's this time of day already. It's stupid, right? It's seriously stupid. You're so mean. You seem to be smiling a little. I hate it when people say stuff like that. But I'm glad, because I was able to meet you. Shiori, please answer me honestly. Okay, as long as you're not asking for my weight. Not my measurements either. Not confident about my body at all. Why do you show up to school every day? Why do you come here to meet me? She thinks a little and tries to formulate an answer. Because they say a cold can be cured if you spread it to others. Shiori smiled gently under the sunset. Shiori's smile is the same as always. To be honest, I'm not really sure myself. I told you once, right? I'm here to find the answer to a question I'm not sure of. That's the truth. So have you been able to find those answers? I don't know. What are you doing tomorrow, Shiori? Tomorrow? It's Saturday, so there's no lunch break. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Whoops. My bad. Alright, I almost forgot. So why don't we go somewhere after school? You mean like a date? You call it that, not me. Okay then, I'll go on a date with you tomorrow. Give me... Whoa! What are you doing, game? I'm the kind of guy who keeps his promises. Okay, I think things are fine. My bad. I don't know why I pressed the button like I normally do to get out of the game, but that happened. My bad. And I'm the guy who keeps his promises. Good, I'm looking forward to it. I'll go home then. As usual, she bows briefly but starts walking. See you tomorrow, Yuichi. So many dates, I know, right? So many dates. Like every date, Minim. Yeah. As usual, I see Shiori off and head home. But don't worry though, Minim. After this date with Shiori, there's one more. And then done forever. When I leave the classroom, I check the time and see that it's just before 1 o'clock. There's still a little time left until my appointment with Shiori, but considering the distance to our meeting place, this might just be the perfect time to leave. And it's on the school grounds after all. I descend to the first floor, passing by students who are on their way home and eagerly discussing their after-school plans. I think about going directly to the courtyard like I always do, since I probably won't be going back inside the school building today. I go straight to the entrance itself. I change my shoes and go outside. It's a bit of a detour, but if I walk along the side of the school building, I should be able to reach the courtyard. Just checking something real quick. Okay, so my headphones don't control, like, the actual volume. I'm still learning about these headphones that I got, so don't mind me, guys, don't mind me. Ha ha ha. Reach the courtyard. Aizawa! Just as I leave the entrance, I come face to face with Kaori. Are you heading home now? You are too, aren't you? No, I'm sticking around a little longer. I see. Her face looks kind of tired. Give me a second, guys. Alright. I think I'm doing good. Sound is good still. Hey, Mafia! What's up? How you doing? Mafia has arrived. How's you doing today? How's life treating ya? The sound is good. I'm glad the sound's good. Her face is kind of tired. Is something wrong? It's nothing. Is the headache better? I hope it is, Mafia. Are you sure? I'm sure. See you around. She speaks curtly and walks toward the main gate. I considered calling out to her, but she quickly disappears into the shadows of the other students. Well, whatever. Kaori's attitude bothers me for a second, but then I quickly remember my plans. I fight against the flow of students leaving school as I make my way to the courtyard. Oh hey, Yuichi! Shiori recognizes me and waves cheerfully. Yuichi! Yuichi! You don't have to call out to me like that to get my attention. Today is Saturday, meaning a half a day of school, so I'm a little happier than usual. You've been off from school, so what does it matter? It matters a lot. It puts me in a good mood. But you're doing that much, maybe you can come to school starting next week. 99% sure that it's gone? Oh, there's that pesky 1%. We'll keep it away, alright? We'll keep it far away. Well, that's not up to me to decide. Your doctor? Yes, it's my doctor's decision. I'm going to the hospital tomorrow. Tomorrow? You mean Sunday? That's right. Isn't it closed on Sundays? It is, but how are you going to get an examination then? I'll be fine. I'm a regular customer after all. Why is a doctor's place closed on Sunday? That is terrible. Even if you are, I'm pretty sure that's closed means closed. You know that I'm joking, right? Well, one of my relatives is a doctor there, so that's why I get special treatment. It seems like you've got a lot of ties to hospitals. Truth be told, I do. She tightly clasped the hands that was touching her shawl at her chest. Aren't you cold in these clothes? It's okay, I'm used to it. I think the cold is cold no matter how much you get used to it. Music is kind of a vibe, isn't it though? I love the vibe. I love the music and the vibes it gives. But I can't help but wonder why we keep meeting here all of all places. Well, you both look at each other and then look around again. It's a place that's more desolate than quiet. A place where the hustle and bustle of the school can't be heard at all. With nothing but snow to be seen, it's about the worst place I can think of to use as a meeting place. Your local hospital knows you by name. You don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It might be good. It means the doctors, know you well. One of their big jobs, but I don't know, maybe it might be a bad thing. Do you go there a lot? Probably the only one to meeting up for dates behind the school building. This is not a date, though. So you said. Shiori smiles and begins walking. I'd like to change locations next time. Me too. Somewhere away from the school would be nice. Let me give it some thought. She tilts her head slightly and looks up at the sky. Nice weather today. Yeah. Look up at the sky too. Even the sparsely scattered clouds are hardly touched by the wind, just changing their shape where they are. You break a lot of bones. Oh no. Gee, man. You're not supposed to break bones. You're supposed to keep them healthy and stuff. Hopefully not like recently, right? Yeah, there's no use in standing around, so where do you want to go? It's okay for me to decide? Sure, but keep in mind that I can only take you to places I already know. What places are those? The shopping district. Anything else? The school. Anything else? The house where I live. Anything else? That's about it. The shopping district is fine then. Sorry, I still don't know the town all that well. Luigi, if it's okay, I can show you around the place that I know about. Spoken like a person indigenous to this region. Please don't phrase things so strangely. So where it'll be then? Please don't ignore me either. Haven't broken a bone in a while. Hey! Good. No more broken bones, mister. I'm just joking. You're such a meanie. Her puffed out cheeks somehow managed to look both strange and cute. So what should we do? Where should we go? Honestly, don't mind. You can decide for us. Surely okay if I decide? Sure. Okay then. Let's go to a place you know. Anywhere you know is fine. Are you sure? Even if I show you around, there's nowhere else for me to take you but the shopping district. She puts her finger to her mouth and seems to be thinking about something. I guess today's date will be the shopping district then. Why did you decide on that so suddenly? I'll save the places I know for next time. Well, whatever is fine with me. Let's go, Yuichi. She begins to walk happily as if leading the way. I've said it before and I'll say it again, this isn't a date. Let's get going, Yuichi. She repeats the same words again, and leaving her footprints in the snow. You broke your collarbone during a routine? Ow. That must have been rough. I'm glad you're okay now. When it comes to shopping districts on Saturdays, regardless of location, they are usually crowded with students returning from school. And in the case of this city, we're just part of the usual crowd. Well, there's so many people. She stands there with a complex expression on her face, simultaneously both surprised and impressed. It's definitely more crowded today than usual. The weather might also have something to do with that. Is that right? I think it is. Never been to a place with this many people, so it's really new to me. But you've been to the shopping district before, haven't you? I have, but it's my first time coming when it's this busy. After saying that, Shiori looks around in the crowd with a somewhat amused expression on her face. Let's go, Yuichi. Right, there's no point in just watching everyone else go about their business. It's kind of fun, actually. Really? Yes, for me it is. A gymnast, you're a gymnast. That's pretty cool. I have my doubts, but Shiori simply replies with a carefree smile. Maybe she really does enjoy it. Ah! Shiori points to a corner of the shopping district and raises her voice. That's an arcade, isn't it? Yes, but is it really something that strikes you as rare or unusual? Always wanted to play a game at an arcade, even if only once. Does that mean you've never played a game at one? I've never even been inside one. What a weirdo you are. I'm not a weirdo. I just haven't had the opportunity is all. Want to drop by in for a bit then? Oh yes, please. She stares at the entrance to the arcade with a nervous look on her face. I'm nervous. You are? But I'll do my best. She clasps her hands together tightly. So is there a particular game you want to play? The one game that I know is the one where you shoot down invaders from space. Shiori, how old are you really? Maybe 2 years younger than you? I was born early in the year. Well, they don't have that game at arcades anymore. What? Really? Apparently she not only never been to an arcade, but she's hardly played any games either. I know almost nothing about games, so I'll leave everything in your hands. I'd like to start with something easy. Something easy, huh? The controls of all the games these days are becoming more difficult to understand. And in fact, I can barely keep up with them in many cases myself. Okay, how about this? I point at a large machine located at the front of the store. What kind of game is this? Shiori peers at it with great interest. You know about a whack-a-mole, right? I've heard the name before. The name is really all you know about it? Yes. You see all those holes? A mole will pop out of them, and you have to hit them with this hammer. Okay. You like your style? Yeah. She is pretty cool. By style, do you mean do you like her outfit? Or just what she does? It's a game where you compete to see how many moles you can hit within the time limit. Okay. Well, sounds easy, right? Yes, if that's all there is to it, I think I'll be fine. Okay, let's give it a try. I take out a few coins from my wallet and insert them into the lot. Ah, it's starting! The game starts with the LCD flashing brightly. I'm nervous. Gripping the hammer tightly with both hands, she stares at the case with a nervous look at her face. You do a lot of things. Oh, you like her, I got you, Minim. You like her everything here. That's pretty cool though, G-Man. It started Shiori. Understood. Your timing is way off. Understood. A few dozen seconds after the game begins, oh, it's over. Shiori sadly leaves the game behind. Never seen anyone get 0 points before. Shiori is far worse than expected. I've always had poor reflexes. Nah, it takes serious skill to be perfectly off with your timing. I really hate it when people say stuff like that. I'm just joking. More painful than funny. Yeah, it's all your fault, Yuichi. Well, who are you? It's me. You already know that. Ayu joins the conversation. How long has she been here? Long time no see, Shiori. You know me? She grips her shawl tightly, confused. I just heard Yuichi call you by that name. I see. Her expression softens a little, and she seems convinced. It's been a while. Yeah, how have you been? Ayu talks to Shiori, who is nervous, as if she's just reunited with her best friend of 10 years. Haven't been all that great since I took time off from school. Oh, really? But it's only a cold, so I'm sure I'll be fine before long. Sounds rough. I'll have to be careful too. You'll be fine. Why do you think so? Because Ugus never catch colds, or so they say. No one ever said that. What is that Ugu all about? It's nothing. I see. She nods as if she understands, but still seems confused. What are you doing here, Ayu? There's only one reason anyone would come to an arcade. To steal change? No! To play games? Of course! So what about you two? You're way underweight because you just all lean muscle and you're in the gym. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. It's Saturday, so I'm just walking around the shopping district with Shiori. You're on a date? Is that what it looks like? No, not really. What does it look like then? Like your siblings or something? Well, we should be going. Okay, I'll see you around then. Until next time. Bye-bye. Yeah, bye-bye. She walks into the arcade with meaningless energy, flapping her wings as always. After parting ways with Ayu, it's just the two of us again. What are we going to do now, Yuichi? Are you still okay for time? Totally okay. She answers without looking at the time. Are you really sure about that? I'm fine for now. I wonder. I told you I'm totally okay. How about a walk around the shopping district with the time you have left? Walking only? We can maybe eat something along the way. Okay, though I'm not sure going to treat you. I'm a freeloader without any money. I was joking. She's suddenly in a much better mood. I'll pay for you today. No, you don't have to do that. Why not? Because it's embarrassing. What are you talking about? You aren't on a date today, so you shouldn't be embarrassed, right? A smiling Shiori spins around and puts her shawl back on. Yuichi? Really wish we could stay like this until the end of time. Yeah. Yes. She nods cheerfully, but on the other side of that smile, what is it? It's nothing really. Oh, you're strange, Yuichi. On the other side of that smile, what is it exactly? A formless question suddenly arises. It's better that you're whack-a-mole. I don't even know what the question is, let alone the answer. I hate it when people say stuff like that. Right now the Snow White girl's smile is warm. Look at the time. You like this music now? In my opinion, this music is winter. Look at the time. Shiori's face, which was gazing regretfully at the red-dyed clock on the street, is now dyed orange. The evening breeze is calm, slowly pushing away the thin clouds. We should head back. It'll be dark soon. Yuichi, I had a lot of fun today. I found it interesting too, especially whack-a-mole. There was nothing interesting about that. A smile dyed in red. Just you wait, I'll train in secret and show you who's boss. Really hate losing, don't you, Shiori? It's not like that. I just want to show you what I can do. Okay, I'm looking forward to that. You should, because I'm going to get really good. She looks up with a serious expression on her face. Yuichi, will you come here again with me? Well, yeah, if you recover from your cold. I promise. I better look just in case. Yeah, I promise. Yeah, it's a promise. Yes, a promise. By the way, did you know that next Tuesday ends at noon? An afternoon off? Yes, apparently there's a big event the next day, and they'll have to prepare for it. History, music, and reader. Ultima! Ultima! Glad you like it. I want to go out again that day? I'm fine, but do you have any plans that day? I didn't have any plans or anything, and I didn't even know it was a half day, so it's totally okay. Okay then. She smiles happily. Next Tuesday is a date then. When and where should we do it? 1 o'clock is just like today? I'm fine with that. Then it's only a matter of where. And by the way, it's not a date. Shall we meet somewhere in the shopping district? She seems to ignore what I'm saying. The shopping district is kinda hard to find people in. After thinking about it for a bit, I realize that I only know of one place where we can meet. How about in front of the station? I at least know where that is. Okay, 1 o'clock at the station. Yeah, so I suppose we should call it a day then. She bows slightly and walks in the opposite direction from me. After taking a few steps, she suddenly looks back. Bye-bye, Yuichi. She waves her hand slightly, looking a little embarrassed. You'll be fine with Ultima reading Skyrim lore, if it's in visual novel form. And if I rest my chops a bit. I maybe can do it, maybe. Hee. And then, as if running, she disappears into the shopping district at dusk. When I open the front door, I see Makoto in the hallway on the first floor looking out the window. Outside, white snow is beginning to fall. Is it really that rare? She stares at it without moving. It's fine that she's been quiet, but the side of her face seems to be burning hot, so I call out to her. Hey, Makoto! Hey, Makoto! She finally notices and turns her head toward me. Ow! Isn't your face a bit red? Yeah, maybe. Do you have a fever? Why don't you take a bath and get some sleep? Nah, going to sleep this early would be a waste. Better than you sleep than catching a cold. I'm going to go read some comics. Did my advice have the opposite effect? Makoto runs off down the hallway. After I eat dinner and return to my room, there's nothing I need to do. Ah! Evade the question by saying whatever. Here, I better do this right. Random answer. Saying whatever. I'm going to spend all day working on bonsai. That's such a waste. It's a Sunday after all. She seems to have actually believed me. In that case, I think I will record a cultivation of hyacinthus today. Homework? As if. It wouldn't even be assigned in elementary school. Anyway, I'm going to take it easy all day today. I see. That's too bad. Ha, the skip. Arg! Yep. It's the voices of everyone just being whisked forward through time. What's too bad about that? Thought we could do something together. She seriously seems to be disappointed. When I think about it, it occurs to me that I meet Ayu often but never really hang out with her. It's Sunday. We should have some fun. Whoops. Sorry, Ayu. It's not your turn yet. I think I'll pass today. Okay, if it's not convenient for you today, I understand. It's not that it was inconvenient, but I end up turning Ayu down anyway. Sorry, Ayu. It's okay. I haven't found what I'm looking for yet either, so I'll do my best again today to do so. She nods several times as if to convince herself, then gets up from her seat. Bye-bye, Yuichi! Just like that, she leaves in a hurry. What a weirdo you are. Yuichi? Shakaku calls me accusingly. That girl wanted to invite you to a movie. A movie? Before you woke up, I gave her the 2 movie tickets I had. So she made up her mind to invite you when she was waiting around for you to wake up. Come to think of it, Ayu was already finished eating breakfast when I woke up. Your cat got a joke from your laugh? A shock, rather. I think it's a shock, hopefully. Guess I shouldn't have said no then. You should definitely be the one to invite her next time. You're right. Yawn! A sleepy-eyed Nayuki comes in, yawning. Did we have a guest? You could say that. She tilts her head curiously, but when Akiko brings her breakfast, her interest drifts toward that instead. Natto. She stirs the natto with disposable chopsticks. I'm heading back to my room then. I get up from my seat and leave the room, switching places with Nayuki. Bounce, bounce! Look at Nayuki and sees that she's playing with her natto by pulling on a string of it. Apparently she's still half asleep. Ha ha ha. She's asleep. After breakfast, I go to my room to kill time! I return to my room and continue reading. By the time I finish, it's already nighttime. Thinking a bath would be nice, I grab a change of clothes and slip out of my room. Skip. The other question of the universe that if Ultima will learn about the lore of Fire Emblem 3 houses. I either already know it, or not. Mostly I already know it. Kind of. I can barely hear the sound of mechanical pencils writing in notebooks, let alone anyone talking. The entire class is united in listening intently to the lesson. Not true, actually. Most of the students are sleeping face down at their desks. Yuichi, have you finished your assignment yet? I hear Nayuki's hushed voice from the next desk over. The reason why she's whispering isn't because she's in class, but because she's trying not to wake up the other sleeping students. In fact, Kitagawa is also sleeping comfortably in the seat behind me. Going straight to sleep after this too. I hear you. Her sigh is mixed with a slight yawn. Self-study is written in large letters on the blackboard. Self-study is fine and all, but why does it have to include assignments? Don't ask me. Both look at each other and sigh. In other words, as long as you finish your assignments first, they don't seem to have a problem with you sleeping. I still have about half of mine left. Same here. Let's get it done. Mayuki sighs again and returns to her work. I've got to do my best as well. Return to the task at hand. In the corner of my eye, I see Kaori. Kaori is resting her chin in her hands and staring intently at Kitagawa. To be more precise, she seems to be looking not at Kitagawa, but at the window next to him. I hope you're ready for more, Fire Emblem tonight, by the way, G-Man. It's gonna happen. Are you finished, Kaori? She maintains the same position and remains silent. You see anything interesting? Aizawa. Her gaze doesn't change as she whispers my name. What's up? She goes silent again. I have no choice but to turn my attention back to my desk as well. The window Kaori is looking at, and the place right below it. It's been about 10 days since I met the girl in that lonely place. It's lunch break, Yuichi! Mayuki happily comes up to me as always. Do you know what happened to Kaori? She's right there, isn't she? When I point to the seat diagonally behind me, I see that it's already empty. Huh? She's not here, is she? Maybe she just decided to go to the cafeteria ahead of us. But typically, she say something first. That's true. Yuichi. Mayuki lowers her voice and whispers my name. What's up? Sorry, it's nothing. I wonder if it's becoming trendy to just call my name and not say anything else after. Are you going to eat lunch outside? Well, before I know it, this strange habit has completely taken hold. Okay then, see you later, Yuichi. What are you going to do, Nayuki? I'll go to the school cafeteria. Maybe Kaori will be there too. Although she said so, Nayuki herself seems to think that the possibility of that happening is low. Hey, good morning, Yuichi. I think it's a little late for that greeting. In the winter, no one approaches the snowy courtyard, with some exceptions. Just woke up, actually. In a school building where the north wind blows, two of those exceptions are facing each other in the snow. Had to run a little to get here. She smiles and adjusts the hem of her shawl. You're looking good. Well, my energy levels are good at least. That's not something you often hear from students saying how I'm sick from school. I'm just kidding. The girl's expression seems a little tired as if she tilts her head and then laughs. Said it many times already, but don't push yourself too hard. And I told you many times that I'm fine. And besides, it would be a shame to stay indoors when the weather is so nice. But it's not like today's the only day with good weather. It might be just as good again tomorrow. The day after that, and the day after that might also have good weather. And then it'll be even better when spring arrives. That's not necessarily true. I think there will be more sunny days like this in the future, but they will never be the same as today. And that's why I really think it'd be a shame. The sunlight shining down on the back of the school building from directly above makes the pure white snow stand out vividly. The weather certainly is something special today. But it's cold. Yes, it is. No matter how sunny the weather looks, there's no hiding the coldness of this winter. It's windy too. The wind blowing between the buildings is even stronger than usual today. Yeah, feels like it could almost blow me away. Her right hand holds the shawl, and her left hand holds the hem of her skirt. Now that you're defenseless, I might be able to defeat you if I attack. Well, what kind of attack? Maybe I could try to hit you with a snowball. Well, I'd hit you forever if you did that. If it were me, I wouldn't mind. Well, I do mind. Okay then. I'm going to do the tickle attack. It might be fun to try tickling her. I don't think it makes much sense, but I'm sure Shiori will get angry. But since this is my big chance, I decide not to worry about it. Why are you grinning as you approach me? She takes a step back as if frightened. I thought I'd try tickling you. I'll get seriously mad if you do. Tickling. Her voice genuinely sounds angry. I'm kidding, of course. Are you sure about that? Super sure. Well, if you say so. Her expression softens and smiles a little. But she tries her best to hold down the hem of her skirt, which is about to be carried away by the wind. having a bit of a tough time today. The wind, which had been gentle at first, is now blowing with such force it feels like it's going to blow away Shiori's petite body, let alone her shawl. The most powerful attack? Tickle. The tickle attack. Haha. I guess we should probably can't have lunch here today. Eek! My skirt! My skirt! Doesn't reply directions, but seems to agree with me. Then we should part ways for today. Ah, yes, I suppose you're right. She nods disappointingly. Still haven't recovered from your cold? It'd just take a little longer. How little is a little longer? Around the time of my next birthday. An answer that goes right over my head. When exactly is your birthday? February 1st. February 1st, so that's like 2 whole weeks from now, huh? Not 2 whole weeks, only 2 weeks. If you take 2 weeks off, you'll have to redo the school year all over again. I'm fine with that. Her voice is so quiet that it's drowned out by the howling wind. Uichi, remember your promise for tomorrow? Tomorrow? Don't tell me you've forgotten. Of course I remember. Good to hear. Remember, but how about a hint? What do you mean a hint? A second hint then. You don't actually remember, do you? Hey, Mineral Berry. Do you plan to play the new psychological horror game, Tsunagari Chess School? It's inspired by Doki Doki. Not sure. Let me look on Steam for this game real quick. What's it called? Tsunagari Chess School. I'll put it on my... It says mixed. I'll put it on my wish list for now. Maybe. Maybe this Halloween I will. Oh god, do we have to play chess? I don't know anything about chess. Oh no. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Mineral Berry. I hope you're having a lovely day today. You know what confuses me? Like the horror movies, you can never watch them. Me neither. I'm not a horror movie person. But Doki Doki was fun. Shiori says that and nods. Maybe it's my imagination, but she looks a little sad as she does. Hate typing in your phone, the autocorrect sucks sometimes. Oh no, not the autocorrect. Sorry for saying something strange. You promised we'd go out in the afternoon, right? Yuichi, you remember? Of course. Sorry, I'm just teasing you is all. Yuichi, I'll hate you forever. She's without her usual smile at the moment. Sorry, I didn't mean any harm by it. I've been looking forward to tomorrow for ages now. I can't believe you. She looks directly into my eyes. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it until now. I didn't realize just how serious she took the promise we made. But it's okay. I've been selfish a lot too, so I suppose that makes us even. I'm sorry. Seriously. Looking at Shiori's serious expression, I suddenly think I've been a bit thoughtless. Yuichi, I think you're mistaken. We aren't just going out in the afternoon. We're going out on a date in the afternoon. She's definitely smiling as she says that. I'll go home then. She tilts her head and lowers her eyes slightly. Take care, okay? I'll be fine. It's not like I'm a child anymore. Anyway, I'm looking forward to tomorrow. She bows again and continues walking in the snow. She leaves behind small footprints as she sometimes looks back and waves her hand a little. I see her off and then go back inside the school building. When I go through the door and return to the hallway, I see a female student standing in the hallway. It's not uncommon to see students standing inside the school building, but for some reason, this girl is staring at me. I can't help but look back. There's no one else in sight except me. You came in from outside just now, right? I don't remember ever seeing this girl before. The ribbon on her uniform is green, so unless she's wearing someone else's uniform, she's probably a first-year student. I have no idea why she's talking to me, a total stranger. Only one thing comes to mind. Don't worry, I brushed off the mud on my shoes before coming in. No, it's not that. She looks down hesitatingly. Apparently she doesn't want to warn me about going outside in my indoor shoes. Bye, Ultima. Oh, bye! I'll see you soon, G-Man. Not tomorrow, tonight. I'll see you tonight. I'll see you tomorrow too, but mostly tonight. Be awesome! The girl you were just with now was Misaka, right? After much hesitation, she finally continues speaking. Misaka? You mean Shiori? Maybe this girl is Shiori's classmate. That would make sense. It's natural for her to become suspicious since her classmate, who was supposed to be absent from school, is wandering around the courtyard in her casual clothes. I don't remember her first name. She lowers her voice apologetically. I've only spoken to her once, but I'm sure that was her. So you're not Shiori's classmate? It's hard to believe that they only talk once if they're classmates. No, we're classmates. She lowers her eyes and shakes her head. Misaka only came once for the opening ceremony of the first semester. The girl says something completely unexpected. One time only? Yes, it was only once. After that, our teacher wouldn't tell us why she stopped coming to school. Misaka was the first person to talk to me in a classroom where I didn't know anyone. I really thought she'd end up being my first friend. It took me a few seconds to fully digest her story. But I think it's cool for a girl to take a long hiatus. It's like something you see in a drama. She said that and smiled. What lies behind the carefree smile of that girl? A formless question that I felt at some point. Before I know it, it's a shape that should have never existed appears right before my eyes, like snow falling steadily in the middle of the night. Strange. School is over, Yuichi. I'm pretty sure I know that already. Just treat it like a greeting. So what's up? Like I said, I'm greeting you. In other words, you're talking to me for no particular reason. Right, let's leave together. We're off from club today? No, but I can at least walk with you as far as the entrance. Okay. I carry my light bag on my back as I leave the classroom. Yuki follows happily behind me. Ah! Yuki comes to a stop in front of the entrance. So it's happening again this year. Now Yuki is looking at a poster that's posted on the wall of the hallway. What's with the poster? A large hall with glittering lights. It's a pretty unrealistic poster with a bright white table, candles, and a sumptuous meal. Is that a poster for cavity prevention? On what planet does this look like a poster for that? I've been concerned if you answered in the positive. It's an announcement for the school function to be held the day after tomorrow. What kind of function? The school ball. That's an unexpected joke coming from you. But I'm not joking. She points at the poster. Look, it's written right there. The 1999 school ball. A ball is a school function? It's apparently an annual event. I haven't gone though. Why not? Because I'd feel out of place. So participation isn't mandatory? It's voluntary. Well, that's a relief. I feel out of place there too. Will school be closed that day? No, it's a normal day of classes. What a pathetic excuse for an event. But to leave time to prepare, it'll be half a day for classes and clubs. Okay, it all makes sense now. So this is the school function Shiori was talking about. Ah, have to get going. Yeah, okay, think I'll head home. Later then, Yuichi. Yeah. Ayuki hurries off to club, while I head home alone. Eat dinner, watch TV, and take a bath. I sit on my desk and finish my school. January 19th, guys. You know what that means. When I wake up in the morning, a bright light is shining in from the other side of the curtains. Still, I think it's unique to this city that the cold precedes the warmth. I quickly change my clothes and leave the room. Yuichi! Ayuki looks up at my face from the side. We'll finish up in the morning today. Finish up with that? With what? School! Is that right? Yeah, I have to prepare for tomorrow's ball. Oh shoot, then I don't need my gym clothes. It's 5th period. But wait, you don't have any gym clothes, do you? Wear them underneath. At least you'll be warm. That's true. Ah! Ayuki, who is walking, stops and lets out a small cry. What's up? The watch stopped. What watch? My wristwatch. Is that the watch you were looking at earlier when you said that we have plenty of time today? So it's okay to walk slowly? I don't think I put it quite like that. Let me guess, we're gonna have to hurry to make it on time? Maybe. We nod once and start running at the same time. Running again, I see. It's good for you. Hope you're right about that. Ah, there's a lot of people around. Looks like we managed to make it on time. Hey! Good morning, Kitagawa. What time is it now? We've got 3 minutes until the bell rings. When I ask him what time it is and he tells me how much time is left, I feel like he really understands our plight. Hey, Nicholas! How you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Kanons. How you doing? It's good to see ya. Life without a watch is tough, huh? Maybe you should get a battery changed in the shopping district on the way home. Yeah, we can both go together. I'm good, I'm doing good too, thanks. Everyone's giving you a good greeting. I love it. But I have plans today. I see, that's too bad. Hey, better hurry! Kitagawa is waving at us from the entrance. Feeling rushed by his shouting, we start running. And the bell rings, making us feel more rushed as we hurry down the hallway. Hey everybody! We made it in time. Gym clothes, so hot. You're wearing too many things. I'm going to the restroom to take them off. Wow, but the teacher's coming soon. Sit down, everyone. The teacher steps in just as Nayuki says it. Damn, this is your fault, Nayuki. It's a false accusation. We shift to our desk near the window as the other students rush to their seats. And thus today's classes begin as usual. School ends only after 4 hours today. Wouldn't that be nice, guys? A 4-hour day from school, or a 4-hour school day. I know Mafia would love that, as would I do. 4 hours, thank you. There are probably only a handful of students in the classroom paying any attention to the lesson at all. The teacher drones on amidst students who are mostly thinking about their afternoons. 1 o'clock in front of the station. And I'm one of those students as well. I forgot, how long is school these days? How many hours is a school day these days? School is over, Yuichi. Time to go. I quickly grab my bag and stand up. You said you had plans? Yeah, I'm meeting someone at 1. I'm heading to the shopping district. Let's walk together partway then. 8 hours! Ow. When did it start? I'm trying to remember. 7 or 8, I think, is when my school day started. Oh, it's been so long now. Can't believe I even have to say that. It's been so long now. It's messed up, bro. How many hours school do you have in a school day around the world? I guess for us it's 8. I'm going this way. See you around. See you, Yuichi. Be careful. Okay. I haven't bought a new alarm clock in a while. She mumbles happily under her breath while walking toward the shopping district. Another one? I don't have much time left, so I hurry up to the path leading to the station. Ow! The girl wrapped in a shawl sitting on the bench spots me and waves happily. Good afternoon, Yuichi. Good afternoon. Shiori runs toward me and as I walk toward the bench. I think it's safe to say I'm good for now. I'm gonna save again. Yeah, there we go. Walk toward the bench. Plus high school started at 8 and ended at 3:30. Ooh, 3:30. I think for me it ended at 2. And then, like, the rest of the school day was like clubs and stuff. In your country it's 8 too. That's pretty cool. Which country are you from, by the way, Miminim? Out of curiosity. Glad the weather's better. She looks up at the brilliant blue sky. I probably asked you already, but my memory is the worst. Must have done something to earn this. Was that why it's so cold? Wow, you're being mean now, Yuichi. She expresses her disapproval with a pout on her pale face. How long have you been waiting here, anyway? You're more than 30 minutes early. Well, I think I got here around 10. That's way too early. It was a little early, wasn't it? Wouldn't call that a little. I'm not particularly against waiting, though. Weirdo. Well, don't just brush me off with a single word. No person in their right mind likes to wait. Maybe, but some people never get the chance to wait, even if they want to. I can guess again. I'll guess when I'm not reading a visual novel with a lot of words. I'll guess then. How does that sound? Deal? Shakes hands? What do you mean? Nothing in particular. Just wanted to say something cool. Shall we go? Yeah, no point in just standing around looking at each other. And it's cold, right? Where are we going? I promised to show you around a place that I know. Didn't I? Just kidding. Okay. You did say something like that. so I'll be showing you around today. She pulls the edges of her shawl together and slowly starts walking. Is there enough for him here to walk? Shakes hands, yes. Awesome. Yes, it should take around about 40 minutes. She turns around and replies, we always meet in the same place, so a walk may be nice. That's true. Follow behind Shiori. There aren't too many people walking around the station on a weekday. As they walk along the road with Shiori, we eventually reach a familiar-looking place. Yuichi, do you remember this place? This is where Ayu ran to without paying her food. Is it? She replies while trying to stifle her laughter. And then we met you here, right? Yes. She nods calmly. Do you remember what happened back then? More or less. This place that Ayu and I fled to. It's also where we met the girl who cried out softly and was sitting in the snow. The contents of her bag spilled out on the ground as she looked up at us in confusion, her skin looking as white as the snow. Fate, Shiori whispers. That's what Ayu said. Did she say that? I don't remember that part. I remember everything that happened that day. It's a precious memory of mine. I thought memory should be from a much longer time ago. Yuichi, memory isn't about when it happens. It's about how precious that moment is to a person. How meaningful it is. That's what memories are made of. Really are cherished those memories so much. I think back to that day, but can only remember teasing Ayu, because you and Ayu were so funny back then. We were. I couldn't stop laughing even after going home that day. I laughed so hard that I was crying. Really. I'm not sure about Ayu, but I was just being my normal self. I'm sure. She nods happily and starts walking again. Let's go, Yuichi. Our destination is farther ahead. We continue walking for about 10 minutes until the forest path opens into a clearing. Ooh, look at this place. Here we are. She turns around and spreads her arms with the brightest smile on her face. The sound of a babbling stream can be heard from behind her. I never knew about this place. It's a large park surrounded by snow-covered trees. It's my favorite place. And there's nobody here. She's right. There's no one else around besides us. I mean, it is a weekday. Isn't it nice to have the whole place to ourselves? But we could play baseball here, or have a snowball fight. A snowball fight? You don't have to come all the way here for a snowball fight. Not a good idea? Alright, I better look just in case. Yes. I didn't say that. I'm mostly saying it to look good. We're not going to home today until our arms are dropping off. Wow, that's great! I sigh as I look at her literally jumping around in joy. I'll make some snowballs. Snowball fight! Let's do it! She starts gathering snow together with a happy look on her face. I'll make some too. Hey, I collected that snow. I guess the snowball fight is worth it to see her like this. The early bird catches the worm. Hey, I made that snowball. We have a lot of fun with the snowball fight. Your arms don't drop off, but we do go until I can't lift my right hand anymore. I'm getting tired. She collapses on the edge of the fountain and adjusts her shawl. Snowball fighting in a deserted park on a weekday until we collapse from fatigue? What are we even doing? Do you even need to ask? She turns to look at me and answers me directly. We're on a date. I see. You may be right. I also sit down at the fountain and turn to face her. The wind feels so nice. Indeed. The cold winter wind does feel pleasant on a body warmed up from vigorous exercise. I tilt my head to look up at the sky, where I catch glimpses of the sun from between pure white clouds. Wonder what time it is now. I don't wear a watch and neither does Shiori. You know what? I'm hungry. Although I don't know what time it is since we met at 1 o'clock, it's only natural that I'm starting to get hungry. But I doubt there are any shops nearby. Yes, it's almost 3. Huh? You have a watch? No. She shows her bare wrist. I don't like to wear watches. I don't usually wear one either. There's a clock there, though. And look at where Shiori is facing. There's a large clock in the middle of the park. 10 minutes to 3. A lot more than time has passed than I thought. No wonder I'm feeling hungry. Yes, shall we have lunch? Wait, did you bring food? Food? I have plenty of medicine. She takes out medicine bottles from her skirt pocket as she says that. That's a lot. Okay, this is all of it. The edge of the fountain turns into a temporary pharmacy shelf. Would you like to try some? That's definitely a bad idea. You're right. I'm more interested in how she managed to stuff all of these into her pocket. There are more than 10, and everything is medicine. How does it all fit? It's a secret. She places a finger at her lips. Never mind that. Lunch is going to be a problem. I do mind, but you're right. We probably have no choice but to make a long trip back to the shopping district. There's a food truck that sets up shop around here sometimes. In the season? That's why I said sometimes. Do you want to go see if it's open? She stands up hesitantly and looks deeper into the park. Maybe open if we've been doing good enough. Well, going back out to the shopping district now is going to be rough. I'm always doing good, so there's that. I walk along with a smiling Shiori farther into a park that I had no idea existed until today. Over there! She gestures excitedly at a food truck with a colorful umbrella. Let's have something light. I want ice cream. I'll get some yakisoba. You? Vanilla ice cream. The sausages look good. Want vanilla ice cream? Hey, there's okonomiyaki too. And it's Hiroshima style. That's unusual. I hate you, Yuichi. But I guess vanilla ice cream tastes best in winter. Yes! End up chopping on some yakisoba while watching Shiori eat her ice cream at this park in the dead of winter. It's pretty much what I expected would happen. So good! Yeah? Would you like a bite? Yakisoba doesn't go well with vanilla. You may be surprised. Doesn't the mere thought of these two together revolt you? I'm not the one eating it. Whoa, you're awful. Hee hee, I'm just joking. Ooh goo. What? What sort of sound is that? That's a secret. You're making me more curious like that. I talk about nothing and laugh together in this empty place with a girl who eats ice cream in the dead of winter. Casual moments that become precious memories, just like Shiori said. You got some yakisoba sauce on your face, Yuichi? Remove it from me. Well, don't you dare use my shawl to wipe it away. I don't have a handkerchief. I hate people who do things like that. I start hoping for these moments to go on forever. Hey, do you have any hobbies? Ice cream in the winter's the best. I do have my cookies and cream in the winter a lot. I mean, then again, I have it all the time, but it's nice in the winter time. Hobbies? After our simple meal at the park, we start walking back to the shopping district. It's still just after 3 o'clock. Too early for us to part ways, and we haven't had our fill of fun yet, other than collecting medicine and eating ice cream. Neither of those are hobbies. She pouts, then thinks hard about the question. Hobbies. She stops walking all of a sudden. I like to draw, she says with a shy smile. I haven't been doing it lately, but I used to draw in a sketchbook that I'd bring around with me. That's how I discovered the park today too. As an abstract art, landscape art. And I often drew portraits too. You were pretty into it, huh? Not that I was ever any good at it, but I enjoyed it. Filling up a blank piece of paper with all sorts of colors, and then watching a landscape come to life on it. We started walking again. The blue sky makes the snow on the interwoven branches of the trees glitter through their openings. We walk along this mystical scene that can only be seen in a snowy town. Wonder if Shiori has ever painted in this scene into her sketchbook. I'm pretty bad, so it doesn't usually end up looking like a proper landscape. I'm better with portraits. Show me some of your landscape art next time. No, it's too embarrassing. She blushes brightly and looks down at her feet. I want to see them anyway. I really want to see it. Alright, just in case it's wrong. I really want to see it. It'll be fine. It's not like I can understand since I'm not an expert or anything. I really want to see it. She looks up and scrutinizes my face. You don't have to show me everything. Okay, I'll bring some along next time. But promise me you won't laugh. Don't worry, I won't laugh. You promised. Soon we reach the exit of the snowy forest road. The shopping district lies beyond. Since we have no particular destination in mind, we simply wander about aimlessly. Just taking a walk is so fun. she says with a smile, and I nod in genuine agreement. Before long, the closed-door building comes within sight. It's really quiet. There's nobody inside as the students were dismissed in the morning. What's wrong, Shiori? We still have some time. Yes. She keeps staring at the school as if she can see something there. Any place in particular you want to go? I can take you there if it's a place I'm familiar with. Any place I want to go. School. What's with school? I want to go to school, she mutters haltingly. Her gaze continues to be fixed on the building. She looks like she's about to cry. It's an expression she puts on from time to time between her smiles, and she'll always say the same thing after that. I'm just kidding. Like she's trying to hide that expression with a smile. Yuichi, let's go to school now. Huh? I took her small hand and we stepped through the school gate. If we would on a regular day. Well, that's not good. It's fine, there's nobody inside. But we'll get scolded if someone sees us, and we'll just run away. I can't run very quickly. I'll piggyback you and run away. Really? Hopefully you're not too heavy. Wow, that's rude. Not heavy at all. Then we'll be fine. We're just going to walk around a little, that's all. Yes, alright then. Let's do this before the sun sets. Okay. I keep urging Shiori, who's looking at the building, with mixed feelings on her face, to enter through the entrance that's been left open. There's really no one inside. Yes. Our footsteps on the linoleum flooring echo down the hallway. There are no students or even teachers in the building. All the teachers have gone to the gymnasium to prepare for tomorrow's event. Looks like we may even be able to get away with this after all. I don't care if anyone sees us. I care. Oh right. Walk down the hallway, leaving only the sound of our footsteps behind. Eventually, Shiori comes to a stop in front of a classroom. This is the first year's classroom? Shiori nods while staring at the inside of the classroom from the open door, and then she steps inside as if invited. Slowly and carefully, she walks around like it's a nostalgic place for her. Then she stops somewhere in the middle. This is my seat. The desk is messy and cluttered. Doesn't look like the desk of a girl at all. Not right now, though. She turns to face me for the first time since entering the classroom. During the first semester's opening ceremony, I started a conversation excitingly with the girl sitting in front, telling her I'm by myself as well, as we should be friends. And she was happy to hear that, yet she's been worried about you all this time, you know. Huh? She looks up at me in surprise. I bump into her by accident. I see. She quickly averts her eyes and starts walking around the classroom again. Where's your seat, Yuichi? My seat? Yes, my seat is. Walk over to the seat by the window in the back. Right here. The second seat from the back next to the window. There are probably differences since my classroom's on a different floor, but this is the spot. She pulls a chair out and sits down. Then she gazes at the outside world through the square window. This is the scene that you see. Probably slightly different since this is the third floor. It's okay. It's the same sky as yours. She looks up at the expansive sky while squinting her eyes from the sunlight filtering in. Clumps of ever-changing clouds float by under the watchful eyes of this girl with snow-white skin. What great weather today. Sunbeams pour into the room through the glass. Hope it remains like this tomorrow, the day after school, and forever. I think some people may not like that. Okay, just this month. Just this month then. Yeah, that sounds more reasonable. Yes. We stare outside the window as time and clouds pass by. Yuichi? She whispers after a while. I'm looking for the answer to a question I'm not sure of. It's something she said a few times before. It was her reply to me when I asked her why she comes looking for me every day. Did you find them? Not yet, I'm sure. I'm not as smart as my older sister. Can I ask you something? Yes. What did you mean that you only came to school for a day? Exactly what it means. Seriously? Yes. Her gaze remains fixed on the outside world, as if she's staring at a scene beyond the sky. On the day I was to start a new life in a new school, I collapsed. That was the only day I attended. Her reflection in the window would look serene. The doctor actually forbade me to go that day, but I had a dream I wanted to fulfill no matter what, to attend the same school as my sister, walk to school together, wearing the same uniform, have lunch together, bump into each other on the way back, hang out at the shopping district, then head home. My health had been poor since I was born, and I hardly get to go out. That was my only dream. When I told my sister that, she laughed. She said it was such a simple dream, but I couldn't even make such a simple dream come true. Her expression reflected on the window is both calm and somewhat resigned. I wonder if Shiori has more than a cold. What do you think, guys? I bet she has more than a cold. It's morning! It's morning! Time to eat breakfast and go to school! Yeah. It's been a few weeks since school started. I'm already starting to wake up naturally at this hour. I'm being surprisingly disciplined. Only Nayuki could have half my discipline. Yeah, when pigs fly. After that 2-second internal monologue, I change clothes and step outside. I knock on Nayuki's door before heading down the stairs. Good morning! Akiko greets me with a freshly made toast as I walk into the dining room. The moment I sit down, a cup of coffee appears before my eyes. Next to me, a half-asleep Nayuki chews on her toast, having woken up late. Just another usual morning at the dining table. That reminds me, it's today, huh? Nayuki has to turn around as she's been walking in front of me. What's today? The school ball. I see, so it's today. What are you going to do, Yuichi? I'm not going to do anything. I would most definitely feel out of place at an event like that. I see. What are you going to do, Nayuki? Are you going? I feel so out of place there. And besides, I don't have a dress I can wear. I think if Nayuki wore a dress, she would look really good instead of looking out of place, but I don't say that. It is true, however, that she'd probably feel out of place. Isn't Kaori attending? She's not attending either. Really? But this would be your favorite event? Not at all. She's the same as me, as she says she'd feel out of place too. I see. Wasn't expecting that. Kaori hates to stand out, in spite of the fact that she's always so cheerful. What time is it, Nayuki? 5 more minutes to the bell. She answers while looking at her watch. Good, we made it in time with time to spare today. Ah, Kitagawa. What's with that solemn look on your face? Oh man, we're gonna be late if we don't start running now. Wait, what do you mean? We'll have 5 minutes, Kitagawa. Huh? He looks at his own watch in surprise. Oh, you're right. Thought we were about to be late. Decided not to ask what made him think that way. You guys are early today. We can be early sometimes too. What's the bag for? This bag? Lifts up the large black bag he's carrying. Isn't it obvious? Is it a trash bag? Of course not. Sorry, I thought it was a trash bag too. He looks a little sad. Anyway, what's inside? A tuxedo, obviously. Don't you have anything to say? You're going to the ball? Of course I am. You won't look good in that. Don't do it. That's not true. Sorry, I don't think you'll look good in that either. It looks very sad. Oh, 2 more minutes. Uh-oh, we've lingered too long. We should hurry. Okay, time to run. But my stuff's heavy. Toss it. No way. 1 more minute. Hurry up, Kitagawa. I know. We eventually roll into the classroom, almost in a tangled heap. We made it. The bell rings. Fortunately, our teacher's still nowhere to be seen. Everyone seems more excited than usual today. Because of him. Who, me? I'm just surprised you guys always manage to make it on time. Kaori stares at us in exasperation, then points at the classroom door and returns to her seat. Take your seats, everyone! The teacher enters through the door Kaori just pointed at with the attendance book. I glance around the classroom and see that there are a few other people with large bags like Kitagawa. If there are this many people attending the ball from just our class, then there should be a lot more from the entire school. This event seems more serious than I gave it credit for. Maybe worth dropping by for a little peek, because a major event is about to take place. An air of restlessness hangs over our school as morning lessons progress. That's all for today. The teacher for the 4th period replaces the chalk in the box and leaves the classroom. With that, lunch break begins in earnest. Yawn! Yuki puts her mechanical pencil into her pencil case sleepily. Behind her, Kaori is staring out the window absent-mindedly. Both in a daze, huh? I'm not in a daze. Neither am I. Kaori doesn't take her eyes off the window. While Yuki turns to face me. I'm just sleepy because I woke up earlier than usual. Earlier than usual by like 2 minutes. 2 precious minutes. Sounds like something you'd say, indeed. So, what are you having today? Nothing. I have no appetite. You're on a diet? Yeah. Her response is tepid, but like it doesn't make a difference to her. What about you? You have somewhere to be. I see. You're having lunch with a girl from the 1st year, right? How did you know? You told me before about that 1st year student who's not in school because of a cold, remember? Now that I think about it, I may have mentioned her before. Just surprising to hear Nayuki comment about this. I'm eating at the cafeteria. I should go. Yeah, enjoy your lunch today. I don't always eat lunch today. To my knowledge, that is what you always eat. Just a coincidence. I've never seen you eat anything other than the lunch set A either. It's also a coincidence. I always see you with lunch set A too. Coincidence? With so many eyewitness reports? Anyway, see you guys later. She grabs her wallet and stands up quickly. I'll have cafeteria food today too. Kitagawa leaves the classroom with Nayuki, leaving just Kaori and me behind. I am going to get a quick drink. That's the good stuff. She keeps looking out the window without trying to meet my eyes. I'm going to Aizawa. He calls out to me with a wooden voice. Just tell me one thing. Her eyes never leave the window as she whispers. Do you love that girl? I think I do. I think I love her. I think I probably do. The girl standing in the snow all alone. The girl who gazed outside the window with sadness in her eyes like Kaori is right now. Okay. She doesn't say any more, and she remains silent as I walk away from her. Yuichi! Shiori catches a sight of me in the snow and waves energetically. You're a little late. Sorry, I was in my classroom for a bit longer. By the way, is something happening at the gym today? She stares in the direction of the gym, even though it's obscured from view. There's a ball or something after school. The event they were preparing for yesterday? They're putting up decorations, very impressive ones. I saw lots of white cloth and even a large chandelier being transported. She spreads her arms out in an attempt to indicate the size of the chandelier. So it really is a serious event. Wish I could attend a ball. Just go to the one today. I can't do that. Why not? I don't look good in a dress. She stares at her toes in embarrassment. Yeah, you don't have enough height or chest to look good in one. Why do you always zero in on things I'm most bothered about? You are bothered about those? Just a little. Her lowered face is brightly red. I hate it when people say stuff like that. Oh, stop laughing, Yuichi. Sorry, it just tickles me that you have girly worries like that too, you know? Why wouldn't I have them? I'm a girl too, you know? Her constant changing expression is a sign of her genuine embarrassment. I'll grow bigger one day. Bigger? You're talking about your chest? I hate you, Yuichi. Okay, but are we still having lunch? Stop trying to brush me off like that. I bought you ice cream, you know. Well, I'll take it. Oh, and I brought my sketchbook today. The one you mentioned yesterday? Yes. You were supposed to show me your landscape art, right? I'd rather not. but since I promised, she bites into the ice cream. This is so good. Her smile remains on her face until she finishes the ice cream. I agree, Minim. She places the empty ice cream cup on the snow for now and stands up. She pats her skirt so that the snow on it drops off. You sure you want to see? Of course. Alright. She takes out a blue sketchbook and hands it over to me shyly. Where did you take that sketchbook out from? Now you want ice cream? I know, me too. The worst part is, Mafia, I'm out of ice cream now. How am I gonna survive? Okay. As they're prompting, I flip the cover of the sketchbook over. What greets me is the most intriguing drawing. This is, oh I get it, an alternate dimension? How would I draw an alternate dimension for landscape art? Flip a few more pages over. Any thoughts? Everything looks the same to me. They don't look like landscape art in the first place. Well, I think it's about time I went back to class. I returned the sketchbook to her. Well, not until you tell me what you think. With berries. Ooh, sounds tasty. Before that, just one question. Yes? What landscape were you drawing on that first page? The first? What are you talking about, Yuichi? That was yesterday's park. Yesterday's park? Through the lens of a microscope? A normal view of the park. Oh well, I couldn't figure it out, that's why. You're not being nice, Yuichi. I'm just telling the truth. That makes it even worse. She turns her head on to the side, pouting. The ones that I saw were failed attempts, right? I only brought drawings that I was confident in. My attempt to make her feel better has backfired. I really am a bad artist. But you're doing it because you like it, right? Yes. Then being a bad artist or drawing alternate dimensions shouldn't matter. Yuichi, I don't get it. You're trying to encourage me to continue or give up? I'm trying to encourage you to continue. Right. She giggles and her expression softens. It's just a hobby, so being bad at it doesn't bother me. You'll get better eventually if you keep at it. Maybe. Ah! The sound of the bell ringing echoes throughout the courtyard. Lunch break is over. She smiles wistfully. Shiori, yes? Can we meet again later today? Well, it's so unusual for you to take the initiative, Yuichi. I think so too. So what do you say? Well, she places a finger at her lips and thinks for a while. I think it should be fine. Let's meet again after school. Then, where though? In front of the station? How about the park How about the park we were in the other day? Considering my objective, that park may be the better option. Alright, let's meet in front of the fountain at 4 o'clock. Yeah. I can't wait. See you later, Shiori. See you later. I run back to the classroom after parting ways with Shiori. I remember getting blackberry ice cream a long time ago. It was purple ice cream with blackberries in it. It was good. The bell rings and I quickly start packing up. School is over, Yuichi. Well, ready to go home. See you, Nayuki. Okay. I step out of the classroom and leave a confused Nayuki behind. Ah, Yuichi. Shiori is standing alone in front of the fountain. This place is really deserted, huh? It's a little known spot. She walks over at a quick pace, stretching as she does. The weather is nice again today. She looks up at the sky to experience it in its full glory. The breeze is gentle and the sun does feel warm. I just know I've done something to earn this. That means we should hurry back before the thunderstorm starts. Why are you always saying stuff like that? I'm kidding. The sound of flowing water. The fallen snow dances and glitters in the soft breeze. We should sit down. I sweep off the snow on the edge of the fountain and gesture for her to sit first. Thank you very much, Yuichi. She nods and smiles before slowly sitting down. It's a little cold here. She looks up at me with a sheepish smile. But the weather is really so nice. Yeah, I think so too, really. The sound of babbling water nearby. You should sit down too, Yuichi. Her breath turns white. It's not fair that I'm the only one feeling cold. Right. I nod and sit down next to her. The concrete, moist from melted snow, does indeed feel cold. I was just thinking. She She looks up from her seated position by the fountain, as if something had just struck her. We're in one of those scenes that often takes place in soap operas, right? You watch soap operas? I watch every single soap opera on TV. That's kinda unexpected. Really? Somehow. The only things I can do at home is read books or watch TV. Hey, Bonnie! Just wanted to stop by for a few secs. How you doing? I'm doing good. Just another day with Kanon. How are you? How are you doing today, Bonnie? Are you gonna go live soon, maybe? I haven't seen you live in forever, little bro. But yeah, it's good to see you here. Anyway, what soap opera scene are we talking about here? Oh! Those typical kissing scenes, you know? Smooch, smooch, smooch. Cliché to the max. Yeah, right? But I don't mind cliché scenes like that. At least let us enjoy our happy endings in fiction, right? Reality is tough enough as it is. I personally think stories are born from our dreams of having happy endings. She tilts her head slightly with what looks like a sad smile on her face. And it's kind of cool, right? Shiori. Yes? I seldom watch soap operas, but going live in 5. Ooh, snap! That's exciting! Hopefully I'll see you there soon. I might stream this game for a while yet, but hope I can see you there soon. Right now, I want to see the cliché scene happening right here. Huh? She says in confusion, looking surprised at my words. But why? Because I like you. I want us to always be together. For the next few days, months, years. Really hope I can be the person who's always by your side. Now it's really starting to feel like a soap opera. Yeah. Yuichi? I can't. She continues with a soft but firm voice. I can't reciprocate your feelings. Rejection is clear. I see. I have to go home now. She stands up and bows without brushing the snow off her skirt. Yuichi? She has her back to me. I'm really sorry. Then she starts running. I should watch her leave, right? Let's apologize. I'm sorry, Shiori. Please don't apologize, because it's all my fault. Neither of us say anything else after that. Eventually, Shiori disappears from my sight. I should go home too. Only the sound of trickling fountain water remains in this quiet park. Well, she said no. She doesn't want to date me. The morning sun wakes me up. I realize I haven't drawn the curtains or set the alarm. I can't tell that I haven't had enough sleep. My body feels heavy. Still, I force myself to crawl out from the blanket. I change into my uniform while battling the throbbing pain in my head. Looking at the clock, I realize I have all the time in the world. I can't dive back into bed since I'm already in my uniform. I end up leaving the room reluctantly. Light pours into the room through the square window, creating a warm spot on the cold hallway floor. The coldness of the wooden floor spreads slowly through my socks to my soles. Miyuki's room? The plate inscribed with a marker hangs on the next door quietly. Thinks she wants to date you, but something stops her. What could that be, I wonder? I knock on that door a few times as I usually do. A short pause. Yawn, yeah. After hearing that usual ambiguous response that sounds like a cross between Nayuki rousing and sleep talking, I step away from the door, and I walk down the narrow steps one by one. Thinking I may feel more ready for the day by washing up, I splash cold water on my face countless times, but it doesn't quite work. Good morning, Yuichi. Her usual morning greeting turns questioning halfway through. You don't look very well. Really? I see how you look every morning, so I can tell it at a glance. She says as she serves me my portion of breakfast. Good morning. Huh? Nayuki comes in after me and looks at me in puzzlement as well. Yuichi, are you sick? She asks the same thing. Nayuki, whose brain doesn't quite function at full power in the morning, notices something wrong with me. I must be looking worse than I thought. Morning, Aizawa. Yeah, morning. Toss my bag onto my desk and sit down promptly. I'm so tired. Just as I slip against my seat, the door opens and the teacher walks in. As usual, every morning is a battle down to the second for you. Mind your own business. I have no strength to utter what I think. Third period ends and the last class of the morning begins. It's been 2 weeks since the new semester started. I know the faces of all the teachers. Hey, Celeste! Anime? That's right, it's Amine. It is. How you doing today, Celeste? It's good to see ya. You also know the way they conduct their lessons. For example, the history teacher spends more time writing text and drawing maps on the blackboard than he talks. I glance to the side and see Nayuki's furiously copying down what's on the blackboard. What is it? Nothing. I'm just bored. How about writing down some notes then? I can just copy yours later. That's underhanded. Call it a life hack. Strawberry sundae at the cafe. You live in the south and it snowed, which hasn't happened since 2018. He was a wee lad back then. A wee little lad. 2018. Was that the year it snowed in Texas? I wonder if that was the year that happened. Wow. Was it cold, Celeste? Was it a sight to see? Have fun writing your own notes, Yuichi. Strawberry sundae. Got it. You know what? I don't have club today. You promise? She reminds me with a smile and turns back to the blackboard. Was certainly a sight. A lovely sight. Then she starts writing with her mechanical pencil again. When the blackboard is almost completely filled with white text, the bell rings to signal the start of lunch break. That was exhausting. I've been sitting for 4 hours straight. As people say, if there's a single snowflake in sight in the south, everything closes. Oh no. Is everything closed now, Celeste? Everything. Everyone's on lockdown. State of emergency. You survived. Finally, lunchtime. I'm going to the cafeteria. We'll be coming like usual, right? Right. It's only one place I always go to. A place that should be empty during the season. A lonely space surrounded by snow at all sides. But I'm really sorry. Today? Go to the usual place. That's a good one. It is. I won't be going to the cafeteria. I don't know why I said that. It's obvious there won't be anyone at the usual place. Sorry, Nayuki. No, it's okay. You seem happy. You think so? You're smiling. Well, I'm just thinking about how you're being so Yuichi. What do you mean? Just a feeling. I don't fully understand it myself, either. Her face turns serious as she stares at me, indicating a change of subject. But I am still worried about you, because you don't look very well today. Okay. She said something like that this morning, too. I thought I was being my usual self, but Nayuki and Akiko saw right through me. Well, I'll see you in a bit. Okay. There are many students walking past the door, but I'm the only one pushing that door to go outside. The first thing that comes into view is snow. The ground, trees, and flower beds, everything in sight is covered in a layer of white. White snow that looks so pristine I hesitate to step on it. The rays of the sun that fall on the snow scatter all about in all directions. A cold, lonely place that's completely empty. Alright, bye, Minim. I'll see you soon. See you tomorrow, maybe, for Animal Crossing. Bye! The girl with snow-white skin is not in this scene. Time passes. Nothing changes in the visible scenery other than the shadows shifting positions. Crunch. Here's someone stepping on the snow. The unchanged scenery changes. The footsteps belong to a student. What are you doing here? This place is cold. She ignores my question. Her brief remark turns to white mist. People don't usually come here. I'm sure they don't. Her voice sounds muffled. We say nothing more after that. Time passes again. The scenery remains unchanged, except that Shiori is here now. Have you had any lunch? Not yet. Want to go eat something at the cafeteria? Still have some time. No thanks. Because the moment she raises her head, the bell rings to indicate the end of lunch break. See? The weak smile on her face looks painful. We return to class using different routes. School is officially over once afternoon classes end. I was going to go straight home, but end up swinging by the shopping district with Nayuki, since she doesn't have club today. After buying a few magazines at the bookstore, she drags me to a cafe. We have a strawberry sundae at the usual shop and then head home. I find myself with nothing to do after dinner. There's nothing interesting on TV from what I saw last week. The soap opera I was watching before I moved will only be showing its first episode here this week. Guess I should just sleep. Since I'm already in my pajamas, I turn off the lights and get into bed. It feels like there are so many things to think about, but I choose to close my eyes to them all. Did we screw up, guys? Does Shiori hate me forever? When the alarm rings, I'm still half asleep. Sunlight shines through the curtains, casting a heavy form on the blanket. I rouse my heavy head as best as I can and sit up in bed. My head still feels heavy, the worst kind of awakening possible. Feels like I've been dreaming about something I can't recall now. I practically drag myself out of bed. My body feels really heavy. I've never wanted to stay home from school as much as I do today, but it's Friday. There are 6 full hours of lessons waiting for me. I sigh to myself while changing into my uniform, and I sigh again as I exit the room. While I'm waiting for my toast to be done at the dining table, Nayuki walks in unsteadily. Morning, Yui. She stops mid-sentence. Who's Yui? Yuichi. You're not looking too well again. Always well. Not today. Leave and prove it. See, I've already finished my toast. I point to my empty plate. It's still being made. This is more than enough for me. You mean you have no appetite? Let's go. Hey, I haven't even sat down yet. I stand up before Nayuki sits down and walk straight to the door, mirroring her complaints from behind, but it's not registering in my mind. Wait! As I'm putting my outside shoes on, Nayuki appears at the doorway in a rush. I'm going too! You can take your time. We're going to be hungry by 3rd period. She sits down at the doorway and ties her shoelaces. And go eat before leaving. Let's go, Yuichi! She finishes with her shoelaces, stands up and grabs her bag. Fine. Nayuki can be surprisingly stubborn about certain things, despite her usual nonchalance. In the end, Nayuki and I walk to school together as usual. It's lunch break, Yuichi! I know that. I'm hungry! Because you didn't eat breakfast. As I'm talking with Nayuki in the next seat, I catch a glimpse of the seat diagonally behind her and see if it's already empty. Kari's gone again. Yeah. She's not in the cafeteria either. What's your plan, Yuichi? I'm still not going anywhere? It's today, the 22nd. I'm still not going anywhere. That's a weird, it's still a weird. Don't go. Sorry, but no cafeteria food for me today either. You're skipping lunch too? I'll eat something if I have time. I glance at the misty windows and stand up. I can buy something for you if you want. A curry bun then. Okay, got it. 2. It may already be sold out. Then run as fast as you can. Okay, got it. She nods reluctantly but seems happy for some reason. In the hallway during lunch break, I move against the flow of students heading to the cafeteria and push the metal door open by myself. A frosty wind blows into the building from the slight opening I've created. The climate of the snowy town in the dead of winter indeed. Hey, I'll fire Skyrim. I hope I'm winning. I pray I am. Fingers crossed. But how you doing? How's you winning in your stuff? Completely covered in snow. And there's a familiar face. Kaori Misaka is standing in the same spot as yesterday. Aizawa. The frostiness in her voice feels colder than the look on her face. What are you doing here without eating lunch? I don't know. She seems like Shiori. It's not like her, not just her looks, but her entire aura. Is Shiori behaving herself at home? Or is she already attending school normally in her uniform? You've gotten out of the ad. You've escaped containment. Yay. Well, I am winning, kinda. I hope I am. That's my answer. I hope, maybe, possibly I'm winning. Am I winning, Mafia? Do you think I'm winning in the game? And in life? Who is Shiori? The exact same thing she said previously. I don't have a younger sister. You think so? Yes, good. I'm doing it. I'm winning. Who said anything about a younger sister? Aizawa, you may not know this, but the sound of snow crunching underfoot, as lonely as desolate as this place may seem in winter, once the snow melts and the weather turns warmer, more students will start gathering here. He closes her eyes as if in recollection. It's the best place to have lunch during break time. I know it's hard to believe looking at it now. Well, I can't wait until it gets warmer then. I am losing at everything, Hellfire. I def need ya mama. I gotta remind to do more goofy quotes in your own streams, Hellfire Skyrim. I will. Just to make up for all the things you've done in my streams. We'll be in our third year by then. At least Mafia doesn't make me say anything weird. Thank you, Mafia. You're leading by example. You're the example for everyone. Or maybe we'll be redoing our second year. That won't happen to me. I take my studies seriously. Okay, we'll both be in third year then. If I'm still in this school by then, by the time you're transferring somewhere, maybe. She shakes her head ambiguously. Too many sorrowful things in this town. Our promise to have lunch here together when it gets warmer, those little promises she was looking forward to, all of them are sad memories. Her last sentence comes in a whisper, like she's talking to herself. You might want to save your points, as Terraria seemed to have gotten a Twitch integration mod that will let you slap your character. Weird. Well, get ready for a lot of slappage then. Ha 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 ha. I'm going back to class now. The crunching of snow, because it's cold here. She retraces her footsteps toward the door. Don't come out if you think it's cold. Watch my classmate until she disappears beyond the snow, and I return to the building as well. The scenery I see beyond the cold door at the time. Spawn mob. Ooh! Can I spawn anything? Holy place. That's empty again. The footprints on the snow seem like scars that we've left behind. The place looks the same. Lonely. Sad. The place where I realized I was actually in love with Shiori. You have to finish Eternity Death Mode. Sounds tough. Sounds like a too hard mode for me. I close the door quietly and return to the hustle and bustle of lunch break. After all classes end, I make my way home alone. After dinner, I have nothing to do as usual. I lounge around in bed flipping through magazines until I feel drowsy enough, then turn on the lights and climb under the blankets. I'm so tired that it doesn't take long for me to fall asleep after I close my eyes. Bosses that took an actual month to beat. Oh, forget it. Nope. No, thank you. I'm good. School on Saturday. Homeroom begins immediately after fourth period. The quiet classroom will be drowning in after-school noise in just a few minutes. The students listen quietly to the teacher now are already thinking about what to do over the weekend. Yuichi! Nayuki calls me the moment the teacher leaves the classroom. Today went by quickly. Look at Nayuki while packing my pencils and stuff into my bag. It was just 4 hours. Lessons are usually held for 6 hours. Shaved 2 hours off makes the day seem much shorter. And since there are no lunch breaks on Saturdays, it's effectively 3 hours shorter. She didn't come in the end, though. Right. Nayuki turns around to look behind her, at the empty desk in the sunshine. Kori Misaka's seat has remained empty for the whole day. Maybe she's down with the cold. She'd be here even with the cold. Yuki turns her gaze away from the desk with a solemn look on her face. Kaori loves coming to school. Does she? You don't believe me? I've never heard of anyone finding school fun. Kaori does, apparently, and I don't hate it or anything either. It reminds me, Shiori said she liked it too. The words of the pale-skinned girl come back to me. I stare up at the glaringly bright sky from my own seat. Hope Kaori's okay. It can't be anything too serious. She'll be here on Monday, right? Let's see. The 23rd, right? I'm gonna save again, just in case. This one's a tough one, guys. This one I need a guide for, because I'm a big idiot. Yeah. A reply sounds more vague than I had intended it to be. As expected, the look of unease crosses Nayuki's face. I can't give you a definite answer since I don't even know why she's not here in the first place. Kaori hasn't been herself lately. Even I've noticed that. I think she wanted to talk to you about something. Me? Yeah. She'd get much better result talking to you or Kitagawa if you ask me. That's not true. Why not? You're a lot more reliable than you think, Yuichi. Where's your proof? Because you're Yuichi. You're starting to sound like Akiko. The way they're so sure of something without any good cause. Strangely though, Akiko's never been wrong before. Anyway, I have to go to club now. You're a busy one. I'm used to it. What are you going to do? I have go home club. Good luck! Yeah. Part ways with Nayuki, who seems to be in a better mood than start heading home. Yo, Miss Brady, fetch me thy guide. Kappa. Can't forget that. There you go. Flippin' weirdo. I mean, I returned to my room and throw myself onto my bed face up, still in uniform. For a while, I left this groggy sensation take over. When I next came to, night has already fallen. Yawn! Nayuki yawns sleepily and covers her mouth. I'm a little sleepy. Then sleep. But I have to see the ending. Nayuki and I are in the living room, watching a movie that started at 9 o'clock. To be precise, it started at 9:05. Akiko just went past to her room, so we're the only ones in the living room. Why? You were half asleep the whole time. I turned to look at Nayuki, who's sitting next to me in her pajamas and a short coat. Why don't I uwu-fy that several times before make you say it again? Oh no. Oh dear. This new thing you have is very dangerous. Very dangerous. Zzz. I was wrong. She's completely asleep. She did mention she had a club today. Her breathing evens out as the muscles in her face relax. Just then, a commercial starts playing. You glance at the clock on the wall and see that it's a little after 10. The commercial ends in 3 minutes and the movie continues. A 3-minute commercial? Oh, that's sick. Oh, I fell asleep. Looks like she woke up. What happened? In the movie? Bad timing, you just missed the reveal of the true mastermind. Good and dangerous. My goodness. Huh? Wanted to see that too. Wait, that isn't that sort of movie. You'll be fine, you didn't sleep that long. Okay. Reassured, she goes back to watching TV. Ring ring. That the phone? We turn to look at the cordless receiver in the living room at the same time. Red light is blinking on the receiver along with the sound of the ringtone. I'll get it. I stopped Nayuki from standing up and approached the receiver myself. Manase, right? Yeah. After her confirmation, I pressed the button to answer. Hello, Manase residence. Hello? Aizawa? A faint whisper. It's so weaker than the noise on the phone and from the TV almost drowns it out. Miniayo mish bari fetch me thy guide, hehe. Nia uwu. You're strange. And your thing is strange. Your everything is strange. You're strange. Nah, it's fine. Do what you want to do, as they always say. Man. Kaori? The TV volume becomes lower as I speak. Yuki's trying to be considerate. Yes. Her voice is clearer than before. It's definitely Kaori Misaka. Something wrong? You really do stay in the same house. I mean, we are relatives. Relatives. So what's up? You can't possibly be calling just to confirm that, can you? Yeah, I'm not that free. I hear the sound of street noise from her side. She's probably using a payphone. There's an image, no, where you took it to the extreme on a Twitch page. Oh boy. I'm afraid to see what it looks like, the image thing. What did you call for? Need to talk about something. Can you come out? Talk to who? You. It's cold outside, so no thanks. But I just changed my mind. Where do I meet you and what time? You'll DM it. Go ahead. Right now, in school. Alright, I'll be waiting. I hear the sound of the receiver being replaced. Then the dial tone starts playing. What's wrong? Sorry, need to head out for a bit. Sure, see you later. Mayuki waves silently at me as I leave the living room. Yuichi! She calls me from behind. Help her out, okay? Yeah. I quickly get ready and step out. Needless to mention, it's completely dark outside. The wind is strong and chilly to boot. I run to school on the usual route with the help of streetlights along the way. Damn, it's so cold. The cold air cuts right through my coat. Maybe I should have turned her down, but I just couldn't find it in me to decline her request. She sounded the same as always, but I felt like she might break down crying if I left her there. The school feels more lonely and cold than usual at night, surrounded by whispers of rustling trees and sounds of stirring wind. Dim lit from the streetlights illuminate the pavement faintly. Deserted is the word as to describe this scene. The entrance is closed. The glass in the hallway seemingly fades into the darkness. The shadows of dry trees loom over me. Dark clouds drifted slowly in the sky, and Kori Misaka is standing under a streetlight. She's in her uniform, and when she notices me, she only moves her eyes to glance at me. The light directly above her casts her shadow in all directions. She doesn't fix her hair that's been tousled by the night breeze and simply looks at me blankly. Here I am. You took your time. Hey, you're the one who called me out suddenly without any explanation. Since it doesn't seem like she'll be moving, I walk over to her instead. It's been 2 weeks. What has? Lots of things. Can I please have you a Yuichi-friendly explanation? Step inside the circle of light that she's standing in. So many things have happened in the last 2 weeks. Right? 2 weeks can pass by so quickly, huh? She has a look of painful endurance on her face. Still, she remains motionless. 1 week probably feels even shorter. It's been 2 weeks since I arrived in this town. Meeting Nayuki again, attending a new school, meeting Kaori for the first time, and meeting Shiori. So what did you want to talk about? Is it Shiori? My sister. My one and only sister. Go on. Sister. For Kaori, who had vehemently denied the existence of her sister, up until this point, to use that word. It felt weighty and significant. You told me before that you loved her, remember? Yeah. What about now? I still do. Okay. She had the same look of deep sadness on her face as she did when she first asked me that question. She was born with a weak constitution. I know. That's why she can't attend school, right? I was looking forward to it, attending the same school as I did, having lunch together, little things like that. She was really looking forward to them. It's her birthday next week, the birthday she was told she might not live to see. Her tone of voice hadn't changed, suppressing her emotions and speaking matter-of-factly. That's why I couldn't understand what she was saying. Well, what's that supposed to mean? Exactly what it means. She whispers like she had anticipated that question. The doctors say it's unlikely that she can live to see her next birthday. Shiori's bright expressions, cheerful temperament, her skin so pale it looks like snow. But she seems to have recovered some strength lately. That's why it may be possible she'll live past her birthday. But that's all. Doesn't change the fact that she's going to be gone soon. Does Shiori know that? She does. Since when has she known? It's a long time ago. The pale street light makes Kaori stand out in the darkness. I told her last Christmas, a long time before I met Shiori. And why are you telling me all this? Because she loves you. Why did you tell her that much? Or why did you tell her the truth? Because she asked. Why would you keep denying she exists? Because isn't the usual strong-minded, unsteady Kaori. The feelings she's been suppressing are leaking out. I tried to ignore her. I couldn't bear to see her growing weaker and weaker by the day. Because I know she'll be gone. She'll be leaving me soon. Her hands holding onto my clothes are trembling. I just couldn't treat her normally. So I avoided her. I told myself I'd never had a sister from the start. If it's going to be so painful, then if I never had a sister from the start, I'd never have to go through this sadness. Her sobs fill the night school. Tears keep streaming down her cheeks, tears that she doesn't bother to wipe away. The tears she would never let fall in front of her sister. I'll try, Bonnie. Aizawa, I'll try. If you're streaming, have an awesome stream now. Why was she born? I stand rooted to the spot, exposed to the night wind as it blows. Unable to give Kaori an answer to her final question, her words keep echoing in my mind. Why was she born? Well, it's getting feelsy again, guys. The feelsiness is back again. I wake up in the exact same environment I'd fallen asleep in. Open windows and swaying pale-colored curtains. I catch glimpses of the dark scene outside from below the hem of the billowing cloth. My body feels heavy and sluggish. I let my eyes get used to the darkness and realize for the first time that I'm still in outside clothes. The coarse linen sticks to my sweaty body, making my unpleasant awakening feel even more depressing. For a while, I think I must not have gotten much sleep. But my head feels heavy, the kind of heaviness that usually occurs after sleeping the whole day away during a holiday. Anne should have just woken me up. There was a tray in front of my door, with food on it, rice balls that can be eaten cold, so that I can at least have something to eat after waking up. I have no appetite. But I do feel thirsty, so I take hold of the cup next to the plate. As I swallow the freezing cold water, then it washed down my throat. I take in my surroundings. The window is open. The curtains are swaying. The clock's second hand keeps ticking. The room is quiet. Really quiet. Quite enough to almost drive me crazy. The doctor said it's unlikely she could live to see your next birthday. Those words suddenly come flashing back. I'd never seen Kaori like that before. Implication behind her short words. Shiori's words so far, her cheerful temperament, bright expressions, that one statement turned everything around. My heavy head starts throbbing. A dream. That's what I wish it was. But my mind is not so addled that I can't differentiate between dreams and reality. I sit down in my bed with the cup still in hand, staring at the curtains in a daze. One more week to Shiori's birthday. Knock knock. The dark silence is broken by someone knocking on my door politely. Yuichi? She calls out questioningly. Yeah, I'm coming in. Yeah. The door opens with a small creak. Light pours in. Mayuki's face pops out from the hallway, framed by backlighting. Wow, it's completely dark. Yeah. How about turning the lights on? No, I'll turn into ash. Okay, I better close the door then. He closes the door quietly. The room descends back into darkness. Yikes, it's even darker now. Why are you still here? Because I might turn into ash. She mumbles and sits down next to me. My pupils that were used to the darkness have closed up again because of those few seconds of light. What are you here for? I don't know. But I get the feeling I should be by your side. It's not necessary. Yeah, you're right. I think it's unnecessary too. We'll stop talking after that. I don't volunteer any information that Nayuki doesn't probe. Time flows on in the same hushed silence as before, but it's not an uncomfortable silence. Nayuki, I'm going out for a while. Careful, it's cold outside. I stand up, leaving Nayuki sitting on my bed, and move to open the door. Yuichi! Yeah? Can I eat the rice ball? Because she's hungry, she adds shyly. Go ahead. Okay. And thank you. After saying that, I dash out into the street at night. It's not that I have anywhere to be. It's just didn't want to sit still. The winter wind blows mercilessly, a cold, transparent force that ravages me from the front. If it snows, this will be a snowstorm. The sky is clear, engraved with lights. I walk around to all my familiar places. The place where I first met Shiori, where I saw her every day, where I took a walk with her. Aw, this scene is nice. And the place where I last met her. It's pretty here at night. The girl smiles under the orange glow of the street lights surrounding her. Her translucent shadow on the ground spreads out around her in all directions. I prefer the day, when it's not this cold. What a shame, she says with a calm expression and turns her back to me. In front of her is the fountain, standing as tall as before, glittering in the light. The fountain still works at this hour. The water freezes as if it stops moving. Oh, that's why. I don't like it since watching it makes me feel even colder. Is there a stopper somewhere? I doubt it. And even if there is, don't do it. Why wouldn't you want to keep looking at something so beautiful? Forever and ever. The wind overhead has mellowed out somewhat. Her short hair sways in the soft breeze. She simply stands in the darkness, running her hands down the edges of her shawl, staring at the water that keeps moving and surrendering herself to the passing winds. The sound of water eventually grows smaller. The large water pillar in the center disappears, followed by the appearance of a few smaller water pillars on the side that continue rippling the water. Calmly and gently, Yuichi, she calls out to me in the silent darkness, while staring at my silhouette framed by lightning, provided by the midnight park. She pauses to suppress the conflict in her heart before calling out to me again. Need to apologize to you for a lot of things, and to thank you for lots and lots of things as well. I can't tell what her expression means, and her deliberate, monotonous tone of voice. Can I come closer? It's not nice to stand talking. Yes. She nods and turns around with her head bowed. I follow her and start walking toward the fountain. Let's sit down. This time she simply nods without a word. I put my palm on her back as if to gently nudge her from behind. She sits down on the edge of the fountain as prompted, and then I sit down next to her as I had before. Just then, the stopped fountain starts jetting water out at full force. Only the water is making sounds in this quiet place. Droplets moisten the concrete around us. It's cold. I thought you liked the cold. No, I don't. Really? Even though you're always eating ice cream? I do like ice cream. She pauses for a while. But it's not something to be eaten during winter. Yeah. I wish I could have eaten it during a warmer season, she says without emotion. It's her birthday next week. The birthday she told me she might not live to see. Her birthday. Are you going to tell me about it? Yes. She continues speaking with her gaze fixed on the park's night view. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to know. But I do want to know the truth. Directly from Shiori, the person I truly love. I'm sorry, Yuichi. I listened to her apology quietly. I don't know what I'm wearing on my face right now. I lied to you. It wasn't a cold, was it? Yes. It's something much, much graver. An illness that I can't get better from by taking lots of medicine or getting lots of injections. I may not live to see my next birthday. That's what the doctor said. Her words became gloomy. What illness do you have? You mean the name of the illness? She looks at me for the first time, and with a smile. With a sad smile. I don't remember. Probably something, like, stupid, she says. I only remember it sounding very complicated. Just say Incuratus from Apollo Justice game. It's just Incuratus. You can't cure it. It's not like anything would change if I remembered the name. So, that name means nothing to me. She's smiling. She's accepted it and given up on everything. Another thing I need to apologize for. I love you, Yuichi. I think I love you more than anyone else in the world. But I really shouldn't be falling in love with anyone. I shouldn't be opening up my heart to anyone. It'll just make things worse. I knew that, and yet... She stops talking and looks at me directly in the eye. But I couldn't do it. Her eyes are beautiful. I love you no matter how much I shouldn't. Not that telling you all this changes anything. It just makes me sad. Because I'm a dummy. Such a dummy. My own sister hated me. I'm sorry, Yuichi. I lied again. And then she smiled her usual smile. Does this girl ever cry? A thought suddenly occurs to me. That's all I wanted to apologize to you for. Shiori. Yes? What sort of soap opera scene do you call this? Huh? Let me think. One of those typical kissing scenes. Cliché to the max. Yes, but I don't mind cliché scenes like that. At least let us enjoy our happy endings in fiction, right? Reality is tough enough as it is. Personally think the stories are born from our dreams of having happy endings. And it's kind of cool, right? Her voice is trembling. She's doing her best to speak. Shiori. Yes, I seldom watch soap operas, but right now I want to see the cliché scene happening right here. But why? Because I really like you. I want us to always be together for the next few days, months, or years. Really hope I can be the person who's always by your side. Now it's really starting to sound like a soap opera. Yeah. Promise me something, Yuichi. She looks at me, stops for a while, to let her words sink in, then continues. Please treat me like a normal girl. Attending school, having lunch with everyone, walking around the shopping district with the person I love, going somewhere far on a holiday, hanging out until it's late at night, and getting scolded by Dad and Mom. But then my sister defends me. I can't go back to that time when it was so fun. That time when I lived each day to the fullest in good health. For a quick moment, it looks like she's smiling and crying. The look is soon taken over by a resignated smile. But only for 1 week. In 1 week, on the 1st of February, I'll disappear from before you. Because spending any more time than that together will only add to our sadness. So 1 week. On my birthday, I'll give up being a normal girl. After that, I'll just lie in a hospital bed quietly as ordered by the doctor, while replaying memories of our time together over and over again in my mind. You're so willing to accept me like that? Can you really laugh and talk with me like I'm a normal girl? I can't. F you. I'm gonna get a bad ending real quick, guys. Can I do that? Am I allowed? Let's get the bad ending while we're here. Now I understand the true weight of the sadness Kaori's been shouldering. I cannot say yes. I see. Shiori nods as if she had expected this answer from the start. I'm glad I got to see you today. Goodbye. Maybe we'll meet again someday. Yes, maybe we will. See you later. Yes, farewell. She turns around and still smiling and walks into the darkness. Yuichi, thank you for everything. I simply stand still and watch Shiori slowly vanish while listening to her last words. In the end, I'm unable to accept her. I have no confidence I can always love someone that I know will soon be gone. I'm a weakling. I mumble that feeble excuse to myself. Like Kaori, I've rejected the person I truly loved. I did it, guys! I said no! Can we get some hype on good decisions? Time passes as usual. Daily life, calmness, little by little. It says skip. Tch, bad ending. I did it, guys! Bad ending! Woo! Okay, let's try again and choose the right option, maybe. I promise. Thank you very much. Her innocent smile hurts me. A small girl who tries her best to live life to the full in the face of unacceptable reality. never ignoring the truth and always dealing with it head on. Do I have that strength? If I'm ever confronted by uncomfortable truths, will I be able to accept them as the truths they were? That's why, at the very least, I don't want to let her deal with things alone. Because I love her, someone I'm truly in love with. The park at night, the chilly wind, murmuring water, light from the street lights, and 2 people sitting by the fountain. Wouldn't it be Christmas Eve on this? It would have been Christmas Eve on this date last month. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. She closes her eyes, looking regretful, even if her smile never leaves her face. The fountain stops. The park at night becomes enveloped in silence. Our forms are reflected in the calm water. The girl in my arms is tiny. She's trembling like a scared animal. Time slowly passes. We slowly bring our faces closer to each other's. Ah! At first touch, the lips of this girl with snow white skin are soft and warm. It's so warm. I see Shiori's smile close to me, and in that instant she becomes a normal girl, so that she can live life to the fullest. For just 1 week. The park at night. I think I'm going to stop it right here, guys. Just cause I woke up kind of late today and I have a lot to catch up on. Tomorrow, we will hopefully wrap up Shiori's route, and then we'll be on the final route. Alright, someone requested a raid, so let's done-do's it. Eh? Sound good? Alright. Raid. Bootleg Bonnie. Go. So thank you all for stopping by. Everyone do, ulti raid. Those that are here. Y'all be well, and I'll see you later. Bye! And raid.